People, it is time for another action-packed day of Street Fighter League play out here at Street Fighter League Japan 2023. My name is St. Cola. I am joined with the Mandem F word. But before we begin anything, this is usually the time we talk about the format, the prize pool, and all that. But I'm sure many of you have heard the news. Unfortunately, there has been a passing of an FGC member and, more importantly, an FGC friend, family member, Nanai. Over the course of the week, unfortunately, after Evo, he had suddenly passed away, and it was an unfortunate shock to everybody. I met him for the first time at Evo, and he saw me and he hugged me immediately. You could just feel the warmth from him just encountering Nanai. And this was such a big blow to many of us. It sucks. It sucks. But I will say this, I read a lot of things from his family members. One of his brothers had said that Nanai has put in so much work in the FGC, has put in so much effort into the FGC, bringing people in and, you know, utilizing his voice to grow the passion and to not let that go. And for that purpose, for that reason, we will keep that same energy. So Nanai, I hope our voices reach you on this episode and throughout. All love to you, my brother.
Beautifully said, Cola. Beautifully said. It's extremely sad news. I can only give my commiserations, condolences to his loved ones. Too young, too talented, too soon. Just rest in peace. But as the family's requested, Cola, and thanks for telling us that story about meeting him, man. It's so hard to accept when you just met the guy and he's so warm. And he told me, I think when we were speaking a few days ago, about the energy he had during the matches as well. Like, he's such a passionate Street Fighter fan. And all we can do is, as his family requested, is embody that passion and just enjoy what he loved to do as we go through every episode here at Street Fighter League Japan and all the Street Fighter events in general.
That's right. We're back, and we're going to have a lot of content for all of you. Street Fighter League, again, is really rough this year. I ain't going to lie. We have two sections. The first section, of course, is blind pick all the way through. In the second section, we'll go back to that home and away. So this is going to be 3 sets of matches coming up, 2 teams, obviously. You'll have your usual first to twos, and then first to 3 for that big prize pool. 8 million yen in totality, 5 million, 2 million, and 1 million for first, second, and third, respectively. F-word, that's a lot of money, bro.
A lot of cash monies, man. I mean, Street Fighter 6 is just raising the stakes every time I see it, Cola. You know what I mean? These guys are playing for some serious bucks, and I've got to say, I've been watching you guys from the outside looking in. Massive shout out to you and Vicious, always holding it down, and of course the SFL Japan team who put this together. And I've been so impressed and also shocked with some of the results we've been seeing as well. The game is so young over there. I feel like the game is almost younger in Japan than it is in America. Like, I feel like the Americans and the Middle Easterns have matured very quickly in this game, and the Japanese are very strong in this game. They're closing that gap. We're seeing them get better every time we see these international tournaments. But like, I feel like that's actually played a part in what we're seeing as well. There's some character crises. There's some people who haven't quite gelled with the game yet. Some of the best, some of the most consistent are not being so consistent. There are some that usually do bad that are doing even worse now. I mean, yeah, it's been a fascinating watch, but I think it's going to change dramatically every week. And here's the matchups for this week as well, Cola, right? As well as everything else you were going to talk about.
Yeah, Cyclops Gaming. Cyclops Athlete Gaming Osaka versus Nagoya Oja Body Star will be our very first match. You see the rest down below. But again, we're going to have a lot of matches coming through. Cyclops Gaming Athlete, we talked about them previously, being a team made of multi-game champions coming through. And of course, Dogura defecting over to his, I mean, like, it's hard to say defecting because he's on that team, but moving over from Good 8 Squad to that team. Has been putting in quite a bit of work. That's been a very deadly team of, let's say, multi-game champions once again, and they've been really making their mark out here. You know, this has been a league where things have not fallen into place in the same way you might think, especially compared to previous leagues like Good 8 Squad. Not the dominant team, it's FAV Gaming that is the dominant team after that, Saishun Console Kumamoto. Exactly. So as you have been pointing out, man, there's been a lot of shifts ups, a lot of things that have been different. Some of that, you know, it's a brand new game, it's 2 months, but I wonder what's going to happen. We have a new meta. I feel like this new parry meta that has come after Kakadu has showcased what you could do if
my goodness,
are just perfect with your parries, man. Talk to me about that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I mean, you could argue we've all been playing the game wrong until this kid hit the scene. Anyone who was an avid third strike player will tell you, in any scenario, negative frame, scramble, you know, full screen chase down, jump in, you're in a parry mix-up from the get-go. Now, this particular parry, as we've seen demonstrated by Nemo in his recent video on YouTube, does have some significant frames of recovery when you don't guess right. I think there's like 29 frames by which you can't actually do anything else. But as long as you don't press a button or try to do anything other than the drive cancel, you don't necessarily get hit. It's very interesting to see how people adapt now they've seen that system utilized in such an effective way by Kakeru and the risk reward he gets out of it. On to the matchups, man.
Ooh, look at that. The Wind Devil himself made a pact to never lose. There's Dokura. Before that, we did see, it was like Kazudoka. Now we see Finn. I missed that so much. And then last but not least, of course, the extraordinaire Goichi rounding out Team Cyclops with one eye on the prize. Bro, this team is super deadly. You've got multi-game champions that know how to adapt with the quickness and many characters up in this team that are difficult to deal with. I mean, Goichi himself, he's got multiple characters. We'll talk about that a little bit later. We're gonna have another team coming up on the deck for the blue side of things.
Oh, Goichi with the shades as well, Cole. I love that. Yeah, NAGOYA OJA Body Stars. I mean, it's just behind Cyclops Gaming here this season, so they got a good chance to close the gap here, but the gap is 20 points. Let's recognize teams, of course, like when you look at Cyclops Gaming, you've got the likes of Goichi, as mentioned, Dokura, big names there, big signings made this week to close the gap. Complete opposite, really, for OJA Body Star. But they did have a good run last season, so anything can happen this season, Kola.
You're absolutely right, bro. I mean, again, new playing field, new game, new teams, new strategies too as well. As we pointed out, they're going to be throwing up their characters, their players, ASAP. It's a blind pick sort of situation to keep things equal. And to me, that makes things exciting. I feel like that kind of equalizes the playing field, you know, just a little bit. We're gonna, after a couple of months, we'll hit that second section, then you can start doing that the home and away side of things. But that blind pick means you really got to be solidified in your character choice. I mean, I ain't gonna spoil what we see coming up right now, but there's a certain character that I feel does well against most characters in the cast that's been the bane. Actually, it's coming up right now. Oh, JP, baby.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. Because if Fenrir's gone JP, but you know, obviously a Dowsim, one of the matchups that I've heard can fight JP, you know, fairly well. Definitely doesn't win, I don't think, but has answers, Kola.
Yeah. Zafrian told me the same thing. He told me that, like, in this matchup, he feels really comfortable. And there's not a lot of sim players, so I wonder how much practice, you know, Rich has had against this character. But I do think that, you know, this character overall, like Sim, can do very well. It's a very scrambly, awkward match. When I used to play JP a little bit, it's hard to pin down what you're supposed to do against this character. Like, you can use Pierce if he tries to get off the ground and float. But besides that, like, the general game plan feels a little nasty. You know, long-range buttons will check you and challenge you from, you know, doing ghosts and things like that, or setting up departure, which is such a big, balanced part of this character's breakfast. So I'm curious to see what the Torimeshi is going to bring us.
I mean, Torimeshi is one hell of a Dowsim. I mean, Japan is just flooded with these incredible Dowsims that don't get to travel as much, but have the talent capable of beating anyone. But Fenrir is using a character that just secured almost $500,000 in Street Fighter prize pool money. It's a character that kicks butt. It's a character you're not going to win a tournament without having to play at least 3 of. From what we've seen, the higher the stakes, the more common the character is. So it's going to be a big ask, a tall order. But in their advantage, I'm not seeing the same level of exposure from Fenrir that we're seeing from some of the other JPs in the world. So maybe that's something that, you know, Torimeshi can use to his advantage, take advantage of the matchup knowledge, the advantage of his Dowsim maturity versus Fenrir's JP, which is, you know, just a few months old, right?
Yeah, it's Torimeshi been playing this character, you know, for a long time. We saw him in 5 do work, and we're seeing him obviously in 6, and so it's easier maybe to have like this little, you know, a solid game plan and have that ready and steady. Talking about the interview though between these two players, Fenrir said last time JP players were winning, and I mean they've been winning lately if we look at Gamers 8, right? So wants to keep that going.
So Torimeshi
says. He means this, you know, a few hours ago. Torameshi said, I met Fenridi for the first time at EVO. It's a coincidence to match up here. Torameshi went pretty far. I believe he was the one that took down Knuckle Dew in the loser side of things, if I'm not mistaken, at EVO. And that was pretty high up. That was like close to, that was like top 24, I think. Yeah.
We saw Fudo take out Big Bird as well. So, you know, there's a character that, so there's ceilings in Street Fighter 6. Now, as deep as JP is, probably more specials, more traps, more stylistic forms of play than any other character in the game. I still think there's characters like Chun-Li, and especially characters like Dhalsim, where that ceiling has not been hit yet. Although JP has been kind of cracked already, Kakarot already showed us that there's more to the character even then versus what we've already seen, despite the fact we already think he's strong. I think Dhalsim's another example of that. So, you know, it's only a matter of time before we start seeing these guys, these, you know, Mochi, Torameshi, you know, Arturo. Man, I'm watching F-Champ stream the other day doing some crazy stuff with Dhalsim. All these incredible Dhalsims, and of course, Mr. Crimson start really peaking with the character. And this is the platform to do it on, so if there's any time, why not now with 8 million yen on the line at the end of the season. I have to talk about the implications of this match as well, because these guys, we spoke about Oja Body Star trying to close that 20-point gap, but they're also 10 points away from not qualifying right now. They're very close to School of Fish right now. So they got 30, School of Fish got 20. They need to start racking up some points to create that distance, to create a bigger distance between them. Because I know from doing Street Fighter League a few seasons now, Cola, the closer you are to that lack of qualification spot, the more nervous it is as the season goes on, the more it affects your play.
100%. And in this kind of game, and especially in the first two situation before we get even the anchor match, this could be even more stressful, bro. We've already seen what, you know, Drive Rush will do to people, get you with the gray hairs and things like that. So I don't know if you know about that, but I do feel as if, like, you know, I'll go back to what you were saying about Sim. The character has not been cracked. Still watching players develop them, the likes of Automatic, the likes of Zaffarino, and now we're in the likes of this match starting on Fenridi versus Torameshi as the first match today. CYCLOPS versus Oja Body Star.
Yeah, complete blind pick, guys. Just a reminder of what Cola mentioned. That's a big part of the matchup. He can actually float above the portal. Something that takes away a lot of that JP full screen mix-up. Very interesting that he said they hadn't even met before in person until EVO, and now suddenly the following week, playing in the tournament. Let's jump back, teleport away. So you see already, the way JP has to traverse the screen is very different to how he does against any other character. But there's a great opening for Fenrir with a crouch heavy.
Okay, side switch. Gets a knockdown side switch again. This time the GyoGun Noogie gets that throw. Drive Rush over the side, yeah. Once those plus frames, there's the OD Amnesia. You gotta hold that. You'd rather take a throw over that on-hit sort of thing, right? If the OD Amnesia hits you, there's always a fault and a lot of big damage, so you'd rather take that throw. I mean, you'd rather take nothing, but you know what I mean.
Oh, the range. That jump medium is so good. Look at the juggle conversion of that jab. Perfect parry time though, Cola. I've been watching you, Kakarot. Reset. Oh, it was punish counter damage.
Hold the throw.
Oh, that hurts.
So you've been watching too much, Kakarot. I knew what to do. I'm gonna get that throw on you. That's the first one here for Torameshi.
Oh, not gonna surprise him there with that teleport in. Now he's cornered himself. You saw he was quite eager to, again, it's the perfect parry to jump in. This time it goes for a drill. Wanted maximum damage there, tries to reset. Look at that headbutt, frame plus and white. To the corner you go.
That crushing Kickstarter into level 3. Let's get that big lead. Huge spin right here. Close to getting that win. Almost a burnout will be Torameshi. He's got to be careful. Oh, yeah, I like that teleport, but doesn't get in with that light kick. We'll get the overhead, you're dead. But Torameshi, look at the bar at the bottom, though. Look at the bar at the bottom, bro. That is level 3, and if we're talking about damage that Sim needs, it's gonna come from the SAs.
Amnesia straight away goes in. Oh, had him there. Didn't commit to the target combo. There's one of them bars spent as you referenced. Cola. Oh, that's a good answer. There's that jump medium again. It's air stun. It's so good. He's so fully aware. Teleporting outside of the portal range, but he's still putting himself in scenarios. That teleporting works out. Tries to get this robate, doesn't come.
Jump medium.
And Torameshi's
fireball trade.
Trade again.
God, they're terrible right here. Torameshi in the lead in terms of health.
He's in. Got the level 3 Cola. Oh.
You go for these dodge kicks. Okay, that's
there it is.
Torameshi.
Made a great call at the start of that, Cola, mentioning the meter difference between the two. And of course, JP hits like an absolute truck, but a few of those openings that he had, not as damaging as it would be had he had that level 3, but he had to use his class out of the round. So going into that round, Torameshi knew he just needed one opening as it got towards the end of that. So he just went into Drill Mania, went into Rushdown, got the hit confirmed, got the kill. 1 up now for Ojo Body Star.
Have we seen that Drill deal with that crouch medium kick, but that thing got the hit? That's unfortunate. Caught up in the corner with a departure. Lockdown. Yoga Arch getting some distance.
Half screen normal.
Brother, you see the anti right there?
Come on. Messi, please. Oh, he tried to get the trade. Too close this time. In some change in patience here from Rick. The kid's getting, oh, he's predicted it. He saw him doing that. What a call out.
Finishing the job. Don't leave JP alive.
Sorry, Messi.
Teleport.
Ooh. Not this time. Don't you dare try. He's got away with too many drive rushes, and it's getting more difficult for him as it goes on. For Messi, game point.
And he's so good about challenging and utilizing the right button, right? The stand light punch a bit quicker. Crouching light punch will lead to a lot more. He's at that right range to get the most off these sequences and off these challenges and checks. Teleports out of there. He aware, anti-air, yoga uppercut. But here's Finready.
I almost feel like he should just stop putting a click out. It's almost useless. Try and get some Loki, like try and get some continuation. Nice buffer. The float is so good at negating it. That move though, that has been super effective. No, he didn't get his knee. It's caught low. This could be the end. Amnesia. Oh, nice check. Oh, he gets the opening. Level 2 on hit. Gonna try and burn him out here.
That's nice. It's possible he doesn't have any DI to go into it. Unfortunately, he'll put him in the corner. That's fine. Sets up for the departure.
Full screen, not always an advantage against Dalsim. That. Someone's seen the ball like she
was.
He caught it out again. He thought he could click. He thought he had the screen to work with. This is why JP can't play his traditional style against Dalsim, and it changes up how he plays the matchup. And you can see Finready just wasn't ready for the surprise psychic approaches coming in there from Torameshi. Cola.
The flightliness, the movement, the schmovement that we've known Torameshi for, disallowing the usual departure lockdown that we see full screen. Like, he knows how to stay up high, and yeah, jump medium would catch him a few times, but it was only a few times where it led to a lot of significant damage, right? Like the other times, it just felt like, okay, you hit me, we're back to neutral, back to square one, and I sent out like yoga comment from the air right there, locking him down from full screen approach, and also these mediums checking and challenging, Finready. Also, the drive rush challenges were great too as well. That's just like not even a sim thing, like a great innate thing. Using crouch light punch, stand light punch, fantastic stuff. The side of Torameshi, using that movement that he's so well known for to stay outside the danger zone of this character continuously. If y'all looking for a anti-JP pick, this may be the play right here. Take some notes.
Hey, it's not a bad shout. It is not a bad shout, man. Just seeing some of the things that took into play. One thing I've said about JP is really, actually, talk through the stats before I go into that, Cola, because it's something I really want to highlight about his stylistic play.
So we do have the anti-airs on the side of on the right hand side for the sim, and there was 2 right there, which were pretty important. Looks like there were some bust outs that didn't really work out on the JP side of things. We saw that with the 5 out of 8. That is the invincible reversals. That will be for the JP. Even though we saw those happen, they didn't really work out, and that's usually such a big killer for a lot of people. They try to go for meaties, they get denied, as that the OD amnesia is applied into like 40-50%. That didn't really work out. We saw a lot of parries, we saw a lot of good defense on the side of Torameshi, and I think that if you have that survival against such a I don't want to say broken, but busted move, it is going to be a lot better for you overall against that character. And we saw Finready not utilizing that so much and so often.
A lot of joy with the throws as well from Torameshi, man. He did so great. But already we're ready for the next one. Before we get into this next match, it's going to be a Kami mirror match. Oh my goodness. Akira coming up here against Kazunoko. This is a very juicy one. Before we do that, I just want to quickly mention, AP Dalsim is super interesting because one complaint I have about JP is maximum damage combo is also the combo that sends you full screen, right? Which is where he's very strong.
Yeah.
So in many scenarios, he's going to do maximum damage and he's going to send you full screen. Whereas typical Street Fighter tradition, when you balance a character, you don't go full screen. You want max damage, maybe you don't get the full screen, or you get the full screen but you don't get the max damage. in this scenario, the full screen was not working so well to his advantage, man. So I feel like a lot of those combos he went for max damage, maybe should have sacrificed a bit of the damage, stayed close to douse him, not send him full screen, and then continue the pressure. Because one thing JP can actually do, other than zone, is he's got incredible rush down. But I don't think Fenriti caught onto that quickly enough. On to the next one, though. I just had to mention that because it was fascinating to watch in real time.
No, I think you're right. I think there's you know, we watch Kakadu play. He's very comfortable in the close to mid-range game, and changed the whole concept of JP just utilizing those buttons in general. I remember there was a time where people said the mid-range was not fine for that character, and that's a lie. Anyway, going on to this mirror match, y'all might be rolling your eyes, but let me tell you something. These are going to be two wild, not mild childs fighting it out. Kazunoko, always area with the dive kicks. I feel like he is the master of sprinkling in the dive kicks and the hooligans more than any other player. But then you look at someone like Akira, or Akira, I should say. He is so nasty. His momentum that he rides, his aggression is far above any other Kami. I feel like in terms of being aggressive, this is going to be a wild match just in general. Kazunoko himself says, I usually learn moves from Akira, so I want to challenge how much I came close to him. Akira said, I was always a fan of Kazunoko. That's crazy.
Respect. These guys are showing infinite love to one another and respect, and rightfully so. I mean, Akira with some incredible Evo Japan performances, if you recall. And I believe he took Kazunoko out in one of them as well, which was a massive shock back when we didn't know him as well. And here he is still rocking that patented Kami up against Kazunoko. We've seen him dabble with Kami before in other Street Fighters, but even by his own admission, he hasn't quite peaked with the character yet. And it's an opportunity for him to test his skills against the prototype that he's embodied his skills off of, which is fascinating because Akira is one of the newer players. Kazunoko is a fighting game legend. But man, it just goes to show, man, it doesn't matter how long you've been playing, talent is talent. Akira definitely giving Kazunoko some schooling, at least in the learning Kami sense.
Yeah. I mean, this is fantastic. They even said, Akira even said,
go ahead, Cole. Go ahead, bud.
Oh, my bad. I'm saying,
Really?
looks like Akira said that they're even, and he wants to win this match. That's so cool. He thinks that they're at the same level. Kazuoko's like, you were my blueprint, but now it's time for me to become the final product. That is godlike. Kazuoko didn't say all that, but I felt that energy. Yeah.
You just translated your own joke. You saw the anime scene materializing, you know? This is this human conversation. If it was an anime scene, it would be something like that, you know? You taught me everything I know.
Push up the glasses.
Now I must destroy you. You know? But Sensei.
Oh, man.
You're like a father to me.
But we've been friends. No longer.
Yeah.
No longer. Oh man, this is gonna be wild right here. I mean, I love to see like mirror matches. Like I feel like in Street Fighter 6 mirror matches are a lot more fun because you really tell the styles of the different players by simple things like meter usage, what moves they really gravitate towards. It was like that in 5, but it was more minute, and not in like a bad way. It was just that's the style of that game. But in this one, it's very, very obvious. You could show me how many times a character or how many times a Kami player uses hooligan, I'll be like, that's Kazunoko. Yep, that's Kazunoko. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Or every time that somebody wakes up with like TK dive kick, like yeah, that's Akira. That's Akira. That's him. So like, it'll be great to see the style differences come through up in the second match. Kazunoko, Akira, let's get it.
We saw this mirror match just a few days ago at Gamers 8. It was Kudo versus Punk. And Kudo had the lion's share of the match until Punk made the adjustment, man. It is a very high-paced, intense, fast matchup, and often the Kami that gets the momentum going first is the Kami that wins. Tries to juggle off that roundhouse, didn't work. Up the innovation attempt though from Kazunoko with punishes. Wow, straight away waking up with a collar.
Yeah, man, the bust out. Ready to get steady.
The perfect parries, and he's burnt him out.
That's bad. That's Spin Knuckle City. Oh, we wake up with violence. We out of there. We aware.
He's not even going to let him get any burnout pressure. Oh, Kazunoko really trying to abuse the fact his opponent's in burnout here. Oh, look at the delay on that. Are you kidding me? The delay.
Seconds.
Both burnt out now. Kicks in. Oh, tried to perfect parry. Oh, got a hold on this pressure. Oh, he missed it. That could have been it. Buttons from Kazunoko. Burnt himself out again. What? A sweep? It wasn't on purpose. Surely not.
Sure what he's looking for.
Oh,
jumps away to clip the dive kick and play. Dang. Yo, Akira. Say keep up.
Wow, Kazunoko just lost patience at the wrong time there. clipped on the dome. Good start from Akira. Big whiff. Oh, wow. The counter hit and just press drive impact straight away.
Up in the corners, Akira. What's your defense like? Walking out the dive kicks, like resets with a TK dive kick. Outside the corner now. Might go back in. Oh, my man's holding all these throws.
Oh, one. There you go. Yeah, the loops are scary. Let's take all that they could have. Sorry, Akira. Oh, the spacing on that dive kick.
My man is a master of the dive kicks. We've seen it previously. His aerial approach, super strong. In fact, I was listening to talk about this character, and he's like, the one that has the biggest handle is so far Kazunoko. As he DPs a dive kick, are you kidding me? This man's locked in.
Ready, boy. Oh, wow, what a confirm. The Kraus meet him into the spin knuckle, into the level 3. Kazunoko gets himself a big opening here.
Switching up with that same
draining that drive kick.
There's the anti-air.
Massive back throw though.
Oh, the dive
no,
kick.
That was a counter hit. That was a punish. Oh my goodness. Actually hit him on the trip guard recovery.
How was he so ready?
Kazunoko
not only...
It's
too much. I mean, I feel like the wild thing about Kazunoko is that he is the master of dealing with dive kicks and utilizing dive kicks, right? We saw him DP a dive kick. You gotta be super on game for that. And then those dive kicks, clipping, say a medium kick, crouching medium kick, it felt like Akira, that aggressiveness, that momentum he's usually known for, that locomotion, right, was stopped, and there was no steam from him. Like, I feel like he was just not playing the game. In that third round, my man was hardly pressing buttons, and a part of that, again, was the dive kick situation, which that landed the win for Kazunoko. So that's one on the side of Kazunoko.
Yeah, both of these guys dying to poorly timed jump-ins. Just unfortunate that he dive kicks right underneath a dive kick that was incoming. And the recovery on dive kick on whiff, pretty significant in this game because it is a very powerful tool. They've given it that extra bit of recovery, I think rightfully so. Unfortunately, landed right into that. So he's got to make the adjustment now. Just Kazunoko had some good moments. Was looking good at one point when he landed that L3, but got back thrown and it was all downhill from there. Akira, I love that start. He's like, okay, let me, while you're rattled. He can't be whipping dive kicks like that in front of Kazunoko though.
Oh, one man, again, the master. He knows all the frames. Again, a dive kick, clipping the limb, the stand medium kick, not allowing that poke situation, baits up the ODDP. Oh no, this is real back up in the corner, in burnout, impact. Watch for, actually he's gonna charge up the hooligan. This will be the end. Bam!
That was one hell of a round, Cola. Kazunoko looking to bring us back. It gets opened up again by Akira. Good start from him. The meat he connects. One of the hardest guys to read on Wake Up, by the way, Kazunoko. He's getting read like a book right now. Oh, there he is.
He's out of there, ODDP. You interrupt with that crouching mini kick, but sometimes you just want to commit. You can't hit it for a crouching mini kick in a drive rush, but sometimes it's time just to commit, spend some bar just to get in and start that oppression. There you go. The pokes, sharing the brain cell with a dive kick. Kazunoko could hit a DP and end it.
That should be a dead Kazunoko. Sorry, Akira. That dive kick was perfectly timed. Look at how quick that game was. Cola, you said he needs to make the adjustment. Exactly what he did.
Man, all squared away right now. Man, this has been a really aggressive match. And again, I feel like a lot of this has been, you know, taking pages from each other's book. Now we see more dive kicks from the side of Akira. He's like, okay, what would I do if I hit your crouching mini kick? How would you like it if I utilize this? And a lot more aggression just in general from both sides. So now we're at the final game between the two. This matters so much. It leads into our anchor match later on. Are we going to get more games, or will we just seal it at the end of this? We'll have to see who's going to be the better Kami today. This is anime as hell.
I love the aggression from Kazunoko. He really changed his approach, even when he was getting red, when he was getting outplayed at times. He just kept that same momentum, and unfortunately, it was on Akira to make the readjustment to that, and he just wasn't able to. So, momentum going into this third one, definitely with Kazunoko. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, and then so let's go into the stats real quick. The anti-air are the very first option right there. There was 2 anti-airs. No anti-airs on the side of Akira. That was problematic is those dot kicks. It's difficult, even if you're playing Cammy yourself, it's difficult to delete all those dot kicks off the table. Visible reversals, the bust outs were better on the side of, you know, Kazunoko. So, you know, I think that's a really big thing. When you're able to have those bust out situations, which is important for Cammy, and she's able to get that side switch, leave outside that corner. And now that leaves us with 10-10 right now on both sides. We're going to go to the anchor match. First to 3. This is going to be big. I wonder who's going to send up right now to close things up.
Remember, orders selected before the day even comes, guys. So this is all completely blind pick at this stage. It's going to be...
Togura. KB, aka
Come on.
Come on, man.
Togura always taking on
Man
KB
like
here. I mean, this is what do you think about KB as anchor here? That's surprising. We saw it coming, Cola.
It's a little bit surprising, but I feel like KB, you know, wants to lock in. You know, JP, I've been watching him stream just a little bit, and it's starting to get a little bit more solidified. I feel like this matchup is like not that bad, you know. So let's see. We'll see. I do think that the Dogura pick is perfect. You know, in the first of 3 situation, you have a strong character like DJ. You have the clutch master. That is Dogura. I think KB, though, maybe surprising for them to see him come up as the anchor position, because usually I feel like he might be more of that first of 2 sort of deal. But let's see what he does. I feel like you know, after these JP players have seen the likes of Kakaru, they've been empowered. They're like, all I gotta do is perfect parry. You know, and I do think that this is a matchup that this character that JP could fight, you know, very well. If they try to do air slash, you smash, bro. You just smash the Pierce. You know, you have crouching to kick the deal with the stand fierce preemptively if you drive rush early. So I think it's about even. I feel like a lot of players have drive rush
when
sides.
Placed in the right places, it's a tricky one because of the drive rush. I wouldn't say DJ wins, no way, but can make it uncomfortable for JP because of that ridiculous drive rush. It might be the best drive rush in the game, right? Definitely up there in the conversation with some of the others. So that changes a lot for DJ. Drive rush medium at the right time, in front or behind of the spike. Catches the recovery, big damage, corner carry, you know, anything can happen. But we did see some great examples of how to stop that JP, that DJ madness over the last few days. We'll see if KB can do that. I mean, all the Bison players are loving DJ. Have you noticed that? Like all the SF5 Bison players, SF4 Bison players, DJ just seems to be the go-to for a lot of these guys. We don't know what Problem X is doing. Like, hurry up and make it happen. We got Jan, and we got Dogura, Mono. You know, it just seems like a go-to pick for a lot of those old Bison guys. What's the JP?
It's weird that we don't see that switch from him. Like, I know you're going to be watching this problem. Come on now, time to make that switch. You see what Dogura been doing, and he's already been doing a lot of work out at Street Fighter League. Last year, he was one of the 10 holds of Good 8 Squad and was such a clutch factor in a lot of first of 3s. In fact, he put him on the anchor match, and his defense was so great. And then when it felt like he was psychic, right? It felt like you just watch him and he just knew when to pick, you know, certain moments and capitalize. And this is a character that I feel like when he does pick those moments to capitalize, it's a lot of big damage. You land a stand heavy kick punish counter, you're watching 40% loss from the other side of things from the ops, right? You watch somebody whip a button, that's crouching medium punch or drive rush light punch start and a back heavy kick into their dead level 3. If you got that rhythm, level 2 can get to the fireballs too as well. But let's see what Dogura said. He said, I'm excited to match up with KB in Street Fighter League. And KB says, I've been matching up with him in different games. I'm a fan of him. I'm excited for this game here in Street Fighter 6 at Street Fighter League.
He almost saw like a nod of acknowledgement from KB when Dogura came up. I think they were expecting Dogura to be the 3rd pick here, even before the matches had played out. They had to give their orders, and I think they went with KB, maybe as someone they thought could maybe stop Dogura. So, you know, there's definitely some admiration there, some envy for the talent that Dogura has. But now he's got an opportunity to shut him down. I like JP as an anchor, though. JP as an anchor, I mean, in this game, yeah, definitely. Oh, man, good start from Dogura, though.
Yeah, one of the tactics I want to see in this matchup, even though that drive rush is super fast, that crouching media kick we saw from Kakaru and many Japanese players, in general with JP, how they use that to stop and stuff that character from approaching. Hard to whip punish, hard to deal with. Can't just like drive rush, crouching medium punch every single time against that button. So I want to see KB utilize that. Ooh, almost impacted.
All baited. The first wake up attempt. Dogura was ready for it. Huge damage coming here. Brave tech. We had a counter hit there. Okay, gets the full screen to work with that Cola. Nice.
Rushes in. Takes a throw though.
One.
Careful. Oh, sweep.
Oh, knockdown.
And the throw will seal the deal. Dang. Big Dogura coming through with the first double.
Always catches him. Is that drive rush medium you're talking about? Oh, close enough to link. Again, he's caught that heavy punch recovering.
See that a lot. A lot of these just cool light kicks, you know, catching limbs preemptively. Look at that. You'll take the trade, but you'd rather get that punish counter, get these follow-ups. Deadly button at that mid-range to close.
Oh, he gets out of the corner. Doesn't get back for him. That's a win. Amnesia. Where you going? Gets the juggle. Burned himself out though. Got to be very careful here. L2 here.
Oh, no!
What did he do? This is parry. Chose not to. Got a lot of health there. Can't still drive rush. Overhead into the portal spike. My goodness. AB with a clutch recovery there. Hold up.
What happened? I'm not sure. Dogura tilted his head like, I don't know what happened there. Just hold down the parry. Rather take the throw. But unfortunately, he took all that damage. Round around right now. Follow up with the ghost. Fake outs every so often, daring him. And you see the whip push on the stand fierce, that crouching light punch.
Yeah.
Ready with this KB.
Oh, bad. Amnesia gets baited. Oh, the biggest punish though. Gets himself out of the corner. I love that. Wow. I actually haven't seen that counter hit confirmed.
Reset. Oh, the finesse
Dogura mixing him up. Know where he was, did he? Sensing a lack of comfort here from KB. Didn't anti-air the jump in with the throw instinctively. Needs to take control of this Dogura momentum, but great play from Dogura. Smelling the fear and capitalizing. He goes one up here, Cola.
Do you see where those crouching fierce is? Maybe jump medium if you get predictive with it, but man, Dogura's offense, like in this close range with the just cool and building around that has been significant. See, there's that just cool. KB's got to find an answer. Oh no, blade and bait once again. Now you're in burnout. Bad situation, my friend.
Oh, just about in the corner. Suspend the bar. Takes the knockdown. Oh, like he did on purpose to escape the approach. No way back for you, Dogura, running away with this one so far.
He really is. And again, this way, been a big pain point right here. KB also has to watch his bar. I feel like he's in burnout more often than not. The sway clipping these limbs. They said they couldn't be punishable. They said they couldn't be dealt with, but the sway is the way, bro. Impact.
Oh man, everything working.
Screen now.
That's time we've seen some projectiles and goes in. Dogura's ready though. Buttons. Gonna get level 3 now. KB slow down this momentum. Ideally doesn't go 2-0 down here.
Definitely would not be fun. Make that climb.
What?
That's not a punish. Don't know what that was.
Look at that for a punish. Gonna meet her here and it's gonna kill in typical JB fashion. What was that super? Was he trying to punish the heavy punch? I need to check my frame
Maybe
there.
get predictive, like maybe he thought like Stan Fierce and the fireball was gonna come out and just kind of made a read with it, but I'm not sure. There's the anti right there. I like these fake outs every so often, making Dogura pensive like the DP. It's like he's not going to always aggress after or go for like a fireball in that range. Slide, hella plus. Oh, this is not good. Up in the corner.
Good delay jump out. Doesn't get back thrown. Oh, he's looking to get himself 2-0. Is that it? Yes, it is. Dogura absolutely smothering KB in that third game. Just would not let him breathe. Maybe these are tendencies he's noticed in other video games to take that approach there, Cola. I don't know, because they played on a few games, haven't they?
And it does seem like Dogura understands this matchup. Structuring it over like that special, over that, you know, the Just Cool light kick that we see. Clipping the shins, clipping medium punch, medium, like crouching medium punch, all these like blessed buttons from his character. Blocks out the OBNDG, I lied, the same heavy kick is applied, full screen, the trade. You'll take that if you're Dogura. You want to keep him in the corner as much as possible. Corner is that for Street Fighter 6, even against the likes of JP.
Oh, throws again. Oh, what an answer. They get back in this round. No, surprise drive rush it is. I told you, it can go past the projectiles, catch him off guard. It can also do a reaction with projectiles whip. Good drive rush is so useful against JP. Okay, starting to check the drive rush with stand jab. Stand medium kick has been getting traded.
True. Gotta switch it up. Gotta have the right positioning to do so. Like close enough, like light punch to actually hit.
Very hard to
it
know
has
exactly
fantastic range on it. Jeez, again, you see that Just Cool conversion right there? He knows that you want to press that stand fierce at that range. He backs up for the Just Cool, and he's so ready to convert every single time. Bro, Buddy is not fine. One good conversion in the level 3 will be all he needs for Dogura to close this out for Cyclops.
Another check. Can he make it count? No, can't let him jump in like that. Button. Gonna spend the level 2, I'm surprised. Oh, side switch.
Sets up, stagger stepping.
Oh,
GyoGun is on point.
Back. Oh, gets hit, that was it. Committed to the cancel. I would have been dead if he didn't. The drive rush didn't have ended it all. Oh, just about enough. Spends the meter at the right time. AB saves 1 match point, still match point Dogura.
Yeah. Slide for the anti-air, perfectly spaced actually. You'll take that trade. That jump in is really difficult to deal with. And now you see him breaking just a little bit with that light punch. Dogura switching up that position so that he doesn't get hit with that crouching medium kick or light punch on the way in. Oh, the amnesia. You forget how to block. I still got a way to make you drop. This is bad.
Don't throw in the corner, man. Get seriously punished for that. Oh, he does it again. Now round hustler walk up throw. Oh, he's just gonna let him fly. Get off me, says KB. Big opening. Can he make this count? Could have done more damage there. Left the damage on the table. Gonna get a kill anyway? Oh, that's a beautiful conversion from KB. You see him pop off there, Cola. What it means to finally get on the board here. Come on, I can beat you,
You just busted too. How's that feel?
Getting 3-0 for you, homie.
No donuts. I'm on a diet. KB, not done yet. Better about checking and challenging things. I feel like he's been able to scrap a little bit better. We haven't seen the Just Cool come through as much, as often. I feel like he's stagger stepping. They'll not be read as consistently. Also some mistakes on the side of Dogura. He went for that drive impact, but I don't know what he was aiming for. He only hit his demons. Nobody was even there. KB with the jump over. Had a fantastic punish. Let's see what happens here though. This next match.
KB made a great adjustment there. He's now got, I mean, the teams are taking a moment to speak it through. He's got a big comeback to make here. He's 2-1 down, I believe, so still needs another 2 games. But he's got that first game. I'd like to see him doing more optimized combos, man. I see him get the stand heavy punch into the punish counter, mid screen, you know, knock stun, drive rush in, and do whatever you want. But he's committing to the cancels, and I believe that button's confirmable as well. So have to commit to the cancel. So also he had the opening earlier. Should have drive rush, didn't got the kill. Didn't. I was able to close out in the end. Those little bits of damage that he's leaving on the table, you can bet your top dollar Dogura will not be making the same mistake. So needs to be more clinical. My drive rush is better than yours, though. Says Dogura to start the round. That's sweet, doesn't go punish. Again, the spacing, it's a trap. It's a trap. Was in.
Takes a throw though.
He takes that throw though.
Jump. Yeah. Yeah, you'd rather do that than take the reverse.
Okay.
Gets open up though. You're definitely right. There needs to be more optimization from the side of KP. Like right there. Need more.
Delayed though. Delayed that medium punch counter hits. Cole. It was looking good for KB until that moment. He's in the corner now. Throw loops. Wake up, parry. Are you kidding me? He can kill here. He can absolutely kill here. And level 1. No, level 1 needed. JP, please. JP,
You
come
see
on,
Dover
son.
real bad? He's like, that killed?
He does this on hit often. Is it for the corner carry? He's not doing it for the setup, yeah? It's the portal out. What are you pressing? Oh my goodness, Dogger's getting clapped up in the corner here.
Hit it right there.
Rushes in.
Don't, the overhead, actually the knockdown? You kidding me?
Oh, amnesia.
KB spending a lot of bars
Back in there.
for the amnesia.
It's going to be
The
burnout
trade?
too. Good call.
You take the
Cole,
trade.
this could be the burnout moment. He checks it. I've done super there. Wasn't ready. Is this the end? Is it going to be 2 apiece? Score. That was a trade.
One more touch,
He could've
the
got a combo there.
overhead.
KB. Wow.
Dang,
Cole,
yes.
what's happened there?
He's slugging it out, bro.
Love to
This
hear
is
what
what
the
I want
team's
to see.
saying. Let's try and get some translation.
Yeah, I hope we can. I hope they were like, it's like you're at the Waffle House parking lot. You need to fight it out, my guy. You need to start swinging, okay? But that's been the play. He's been more close range. He's been keeping it more compact, which is dangerous against the likes of DJ. But we've seen that be the JP, ascension, right? We've seen from Kakaru. Be committed to your light punches, your mediums, and things like that. Be committed to that close range gameplay. I wouldn't say there's more optimization, but there is a little bit more damage that he's doing and more corner carry too as well. So there's like a mix of both. Maybe it's not as optimal as, your Kakarus and things like that. But everything is equaling Dogra on the back foot, it seems like. It feels like Dogra is also a little less aggressive.
Game plan.
What do you think that Dogra needs to do, though?
Got a chance.
What does Dogra need to do?
I feel like Dogura stayed the same game plan. It was actually KB who made the adjustment. And now KB's made the adjustment. He turned into an aggressive JP. It's a great thing about JP. It can be played in so many ways. So now he's gone aggressive. Dogura's just thrown off. He's got to adjust to this. I'm not seeing a zone in JP anymore. I mean, he's starting around with drive rush. Is he going to do it again? He tried to start around with drive rush again. So it is aggressive JP. That is the approach here from KB, and it's working so far. Can he close it out now?
We'll see. Spends a lot of bar right there. Will at least get the back, though. Positional advantage right here. Pairs out the fireball, gets the bar back. In return, hit with a Sobat. And look at these preemptive challenges against that Just Cool light kick that we see preemptively. Before he'd wait a little bit, stack yourself and get clipped, but here we go. Some of the hits are connected. Double jackknife on point. Buy one, get one free.
Oh, we tried to sim him. Where you going? Catches the back dash recovery. We're going to see more aggressive JP. Yes, we are. He's rushing in. Overhead block, still plus. Tries to go in again. He's ready this time. Checks him. Could have killed there. Doesn't matter. He's going to kill without the meter. Dogra gets the set point again, Kola. Can he do it this time?
Let's see. Dogra is, I feel like he's close to the screen. Like his nose is close to the screen right now. He has pushed himself away from his chair as he is locked in. Drive rush crouch kick as the starter. And again, that aggressive style of JP is the way to play, I think, against like the Dogra. Keeping him off point, forcing him to get aggressive. Drive rush, departure, switching it up. The impact, the
Oh my
splat.
goodness. Was in. Oh, yes, the reversal didn't come. Anti-S there now. It's aggressive JP play, man. He's had to burn himself out just to slow it down. Oh, what a check. Oh, it's going to be it. No. Doesn't count a hit. Big damage. One hit. Oh, big mistake. He pressed the button at the wrong time. 3 hits. I think KB's out of there. It's a CA. More than enough.
The massage parlor. Dogra clutching it out. That was one hit away from final game final round. He said, I don't want that to go down like that. I got to finish it here and now.
He was challenging that roundhouse. Challenging that roundhouse a lot, and I love the awareness from Dogura to stick that roundhouse in when he had CA and say, I dare you to challenge this again. I've been overextending with walk forward throw and mediums. Now I'm just going to keep it nice and tight with my 4-frame. You press a single button and you're dead hit, and that's exactly what KB done. Great observation there from Dogura, and clinical finish Kola as well.
I think one of the wild things is like the idea right there for KB was right. Get aggressive, but sometimes you just kind of overextend, and that's not how you get your win, right? You gotta like pull back just a little bit sometimes, because once you layer on that aggressiveness, you have to make sure that you're not being read too consistently too often and playing the same buttons. Your economy of buttons gotta be spent differently. You get aggressive, you start layering on the same sort of template. High-level players will read that instantly. We see that from the likes of Punk, of Angry Bird. You start throwing out these same buttons and they're going to start challenging, especially in clutch moments like this. Dogra, a multi-game champion, he's been here before. He's been on the back foot before. This is nothing new to him. So he got his win. That level 3 all juiced up. Dogra and Cyclops in general taking this over the unfortunate thing, bro. That's wild. Cyclops taking it, bro. This is a new team. These are new kids on the block.
And that signing of Dogra proving to be extremely valuable. We watch a lot of sports every year, and as the Street Fighter League continues, just how important these signings are going to be. Massive loss for Good 8 squad, still doing better than Cyclops, but no longer dominating the league without Dogra. And now suddenly Cyclops, OSAKA looking amazing with the addition of Dogra on there. Didn't even need Goichi today, did they? Did Goichi play? I didn't see him. Didn't even need Goichi today. That's how strong this team is now with the addition of Dogra. Diggity doggity diggity doggity diggity doggity diggity doggity diggity Dogra. Swing. Jeez. Man, like.
Man. Speaking of Goichi, he even said everyone was playing well. In fact, I was watching Goichi like on a CF Fit and stuff like that. He's preparing the Honda. It looked like he was preparing that Chun-Li. I believe he played Chun-Li also at EVO. I'm not quite sure. But he says either way, big advantage to earn 30 points. And as you pointed out, and I pointed out, we've been pointing out every single week, every single episode, all these points matter. There's less time to stay fine before you hit that cutoff point. So as many points as possible is important. And then denying the other team as many points as possible is also important too as well. The other team only getting 10 points, that's really bad.
Really bad. It keeps School of Fish just 10 points away from them with them only finishing on 10. They were already below Cyclops Gaming. It was a head-to-head clash really next to each other on the table. Interestingly enough now, Cyclops Gaming go to 80 points, so they actually go joint top on points at least. And that third, fourth, and fifth spot, just 5 points between them. They're on the same points as Shinobiism Gaming and just 5 points away from Good 8 squad. So that 30 points has put them 30 points clear of Shinobiism Gaming and 45 points clear. I mean, they are looking really good now in terms of like the gap they've created, and they can build on this. Now the pressure goes to Shinobiism and Good 8 to try and maintain their form and get back on top. But right now, sitting in second place, joint on points at the top of the table. What a performance from Cyclops Gaming.
The kids on the block. If y'all ain't got the eyes on them, you do now, or at least one eye. Let's see. As Kazunoko said, the playstyles were very familiar. He's talking about Akira. And he said the one to get the advantage won. He's glad to get it. We definitely saw that with the dive kick play, consistently landing those dive kicks over and over again, clipping limbs and things like that. Once he had the momentum, he snowballed the likes of Akira, which usually we see in the opposite sort of format. Dogra says normally I was able to win all the way, but KB was very stiff. He was glad to win. It's kind of wild that he said stiff. I don't know if that's a certain sort of
I think he means like tough, right?
It felt like KB, yeah, okay, maybe like tough, because like definitely KB got loose with it. He was drive rushing with the lights and things like that. Round start, it felt like he was loose and going for that CQC. You see, you know what I'm saying? Like lights and mediums more continuously and slugging it out instead of going for that long range play.
Yeah, I think I love KB's change of game plan. Really caught Dogra off. You can see Dogra got uncomfortable. Was also surprised. You mentioned he usually does have joy against him, but great adjustment from KB. Unfortunately, coming back to 2-0 wasn't enough. Wasn't able to do it. So, Goichi also saying he's super excited for the next match. Just sitting there chilling, Goichi. You know, Dragon Ball Z champion, representing here in Street Fighter League. Just chilling, not needed today, but ready to do damage when required. Congratulations to his team. Massive performance this week with the 30-10 there, Cola.
Yeah, you said I might play.
He said, I might not play. I might not play.
Might not play. Either way, either way. Yeah, it really doesn't. Got some of these stats right here. Invincible reversals from the side of KB. You see that my man KB went for 14 amnesias. He only got 4.
Oh, really?
If you are calling out the majority of these and these are not hitting, that is a really good sign. Even though Dogra did not get it in many on his side, he only got 1 out of the 9 DPs that he tried to land, it looks like. That's a really good sign if you're calling OD amnesia. I feel like that's been such a big pain point people to deal with JP, so people are ready for that. They're looking out for that option even more so. Listen, you're not going to get a patch until after Capcom Cup, it seems, in terms of something drastic. So you just have to hold that and figure out how to play around it, which is, hey, that's the old style of FGC. Adapt, baby, adapt.
And we've seen this as well with Angry Bird over the weekend, punishing the OD Amnesia with Drive Impact. Like, people are starting to optimize their punishes against that character, man. You missing that many amnesias, someone's guaranteed dead. I'm surprised he made it so close despite that. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. 30-10 is the score. Unfortunately for Oja Body Star, they only moved to 40 points and just 20 points away from the non-qualification zone here, Cola. Bit risky.
All of it's very risky, bro. Again, you want as many points to survive. Not even just surpass, but to survive that cutoff point. Because at the same time, in the second part of the season, we'll be reaching that home and away side of things, but we'll only have 6 teams. So every time you come to the back, you have to be on point. That's what makes Street Fighter League Japan this year even more dangerous, even more deadly, and even more stressful. But I feel like that just provides some great Street Fighter. These are some great shirts right here. Again, I gotta ask, every time they pop up,
yo, I need,
you know what I'm saying?
Capcom,
y'all can send it. Yo, let me get that Akuma. Like, come on,
that Akuma one. Come on, hey, fam. Hey, who do I need to email, fam? Is that on Amazon worldwide or just Amazon Japan? Hey, get that over to Amazon.ae, bro. That Akuma one's fire. Jeez.
Yeah, bring that out, bro.
The Street Fighter League merch as well, man. Street Fighter League is a brand, is a regular occurrence. Specifically Street Fighter League Japan gear here right now. I mean, I know about 1,000 people just on my own who would lock this up in no time. Very fortunate to have this available there. Hopefully, if we can't get it on our stores over here, we can get it maybe in these big events as they come up. Of course, those 2 massive events just announced Cola as well for the CPT.
That's right. There's one in Asia and one in France. Those will be offline qualifiers. And of course, the What Warrior events are going on like right now. In fact, I'm actually going to be on the mic for one in Canada next week. There's one for the Mid-Best coming through too as well, and many more. I know England and all the other countries are having their startup too. And then we've already had a CPT recently where Travis Styles had one just this last week for Oceania. So we're starting. We've already begun. We began at Evo, and actually, I should say the very first victor was Angry Bird. He is your very first seat. The second being Travis Styles.
Yeah, it's all coming taking shape now. I mean, back-to-back, week-to-week action online, and then of course there's 2 massive events offline as well. So much to play for, guys. I cannot wait to see how it turns out. It's very early. It's very early on. Warriors there as well. CPT. Still some events to come. We've actually got Versus Fighting in Birmingham coming up as well. It's not a CPT officially, but huge event and tons of attendees coming down there, getting their practice in for those offline tournaments for Street Fighter 6. Going to be a big turnout. So, man, it really feels like the old days are returning, but like never before seen. You know, more money on the line, higher stakes, larger number of players. It's a great time to be a Street Fighter 6 fan, Cola.
It'll be a great time for y'all to stick around, because after this break, we're going to have Good 8 Squad versus FAV Gaming. Those are 2 champions of Street Fighter League Japan going head to head. We're going to see who's going to take it real soon here. I'm going to personally say this might be the marquee match of the day for me personally. Y'all make sure you keep it locked and loaded on the official restream right here on twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters or youtube.com/Capcom Fighters. Either way, do not move a muscle. Maybe don't get some stacks, but come right back. So in return, more Street Fighter League Japan coming your way.
Let's go.
ではこの後は試合準備のため一度インターバルを取らせていただきます。再開予定時刻は20時7分、8時7分からを予定しております。こちらでは第4節マッチ2、グッド8スクワット対ファブゲーミング、こちらの模様をお届けいたします。それでは一度失礼いたします。
待て。様子がおかしい。ここで終焉を刻む。まだ理性が残っているのか。だが今我々にとって真の敵は
漢方薬の材料どれだったかな。ああ、これですね。多分。じゃあお味見をどうぞ。はい、えいその量で1000人ぐらい死ぬ毒もありますよ。ボツリヌストキシンアセチルコリン放出を阻害、弛緩性麻痺による脱力感。めまい、視力異常。まぶたが垂れ下がり、喉が渇き、声が出ない。嘔吐、下痢、腹部膨満、そして呼吸困難から心肺停止。
さあ、ここからはマッチ2の模様
Welcome
をお届けしてい
back
きます。
to Street Fighter League Japan, guys, where we just saw an incredible performance, taking one team close to the top. But now we have the Clash of the Titans, Cola, going head to head, and it's going to be the defending champions, the defending global Street Fighter League champions, by the way. Good 8 squad. They won in Japan. They won over in America at the finals. Going up against none other than FAV, the team that we said was the one to look out for last year. After a disappointing run last year, doing much more like we thought they would this year, sitting at the top of the table. First, introducing Good A squad. Cola, talk to me.
Brother, check out this team full of sick players. And this one is one I want to watch out for the most right here. Gachikun. I wonder who he is going to pick. I talked to him. He said, Rashid, maybe.
Dude,
Evo, I was like, what about Street Fighter League, bro? Give the people what they want. But I'm curious because I've seen him play it, but I've still seen the Manon on the deck. We'll see what happens here. Because we have an equally strong team, FAV Gaming, another Street Fighter League champion level team. The judge, jury, and executioner, that is Papa Bonchan himself, dog, an Evo champion of his own. Of course, you add G Scout, aka the genius gamer Tokido, finding his way with that Ken play with the drive, rush, light, punch stuff. Then we also see the eyes of desperation, always open, Ryusei on that JP of all characters, as most people are. And to finish things off, the strongest spear headlining this team with that Chun-Li, it is Sakonoko.
And what a squad. I mean, just going by Street Fighter history, accolades and tenure, consistent performances. On paper, we said it when we saw him last. It's changed a little bit this year, but it is still a ridiculous squad. I mean, we were talking about what are the rules to have one team or all players on one team. Clearly, no rules apply because these guys are absolute animals, man. Absolute animals. And they're performing this year as well, which is refreshing. Now, nothing is won, only 10 points away from a Saichukan Sol Komamoto. We're going to find out what the first game is here. Cola, what's it going to be?
It's got to go to the Rashid. Let's go.
Yes,
all right.
Rashid. It is Rashid, though. Come on. You called it, Cola. You called it. And look, the narrative at Gamers 8 this week, when we saw all the players talking and playing, was so many people are dropping their characters. All the Manons are leaving. Luffy, I'm out of there. I'm not playing Manon anymore. Oil King, I'm ditching her. I'm not playing Manon anymore. The Manons are ditching her. They're realizing that she's got a lot of limitations. The system doesn't benefit her as much as others, despite how strong she gets for 5 medals. Her risk reward isn't really great to get there. And we saw Oil King lose his matches with Chun-Li and Manon, switch to Rashid, and win all his matches moving forward. Character's highly underutilized, so we'll find out. On the flip side, Tokido, fresh off that incredible Evo run, rocking the Ken. What do you think of this matchup here, Cola?
Man, I played it from both sides. And I feel like Ken does well because, like, you know, the entry point with, like, you know, fireballs and like the enhanced fireballs, you just OD fireball that. Your normals can definitely challenge and check a lot of what Rashid wants to do. But Rashid is so underdeveloped, it's hard to call right now because, you know, over in the US side of things, people are like, yo, Rashid's not that good. He's mid-tier. Even Oil King, I was talking to him, he was like, yeah, bro, like, I don't think Rashid's like the way me and JB labbed him out for like a whole week. But things might have changed from the time I talked to him in the TNS Salty Suite. That was like a week before Gamers 8 to, you know, a week sort of practice with top level players before he went out to Gamers 8 and then at Gamers 8. So same with like Gachikun and Jatakuchin. They may have been like, you know what, this character is not that bad, or have found ways to play. That's true.
We heard this literally. It was Street Fighter 5. It was update 6 or 7. Rashid took a bunch of nerfs. I mean, a lot of people even dropped him. All the receipts dropped him. By the time we got to the end of the year, he was considered a top 3 character again. I know it's a new game, new character, but I think people are concluding too early. I've been messing with this character in training mode. He's got a ton of capabilities. Now, over to the players now. Talking to these guys. With Tokido, who's very excited for this match. I think maybe it's not one he anticipated. Remember, the orders are given beforehand. To see a Rashid come up, to see Gachikun, a Capcom Cup champion, using his Capcom Cup winning character. Tokido just relishing the opportunity to maybe get something done here, but also to discover this matchup at high level as well.
Yeah, I definitely want to see how this works out because, you know, on CFN it's something different. You know, people are playing, practicing, doing random stuff to kind of, you know, gauge what the character can do. And so, like, that doesn't always tell the tale of tapes, right? Like, if you're watching a player on CFN, they may not be playing at their very, very best of prime. So we'll see what happens here. Oh, he is ready. Tokido ready for this matchup. He must have been playing the likes of maybe John Takeuchi, or maybe when he was at, you know, Evo, maybe it was like, hey, Oil King, let's run a few sets, or even JB, I'm not sure. You know, he didn't go to the Salty Suite, so I mean, he wasn't there to test out things, so I'm not sure where else he was. But you know, I do want to see how this matchup works out.
Momochi, he must have trained against Momochi.
Oh, you're right.
That's my guess.
Momochi did work. He got what, 9th or 10th or whatever at Evo. He did really, you know, he went really high with that character.
His Rashid is serious.
Yeah, Momochi.
There you go. So maybe that's what he was doing. Also, this is quite an exciting moment for any Street Fighter fan with any kind of Street Fighter history or remembrance. This is the Capcom Cup champion, finally with his characters in the game, but wasn't playing him in the matches. Now, finally, we're going to see Gachikun whip out Rashid at high level play. I wish it was more than a 2 out of 3, though. It's going to be a short set. They didn't want to risk it as anchor, but still, I imagine we're going to learn a ton here within the first 30 seconds, Cola, of watching this match, because this is not your everyday Rashid. It is Gachikun rocking Rashid here, so we'll see.
You know, it's actually funny that you say that, because I feel like a lot of Rashid players, especially at like low to mid level, you know, even sometimes at high level, rely upon the gimmicks for this character because his neutral's so different than 5. I hesitate sometimes to say that it's worse than 5 because at stand fierce, crouch fierce, they're not as good as they were in 5, but the way things work in 6, it's way different. So my man's even got that classic costume. Come on, Gachikun's in his element.
Oh my days, come on. Capcom Cup, baby, let's go. Okay, I see you.
Oh, the fake outs already. The enhanced fireball. You thought it was going to be a mixer. No go, bozo. Tokido attacking when he shouldn't.
Safe jump into empty jump throw. Win. Oh, it's 2+. He was 2+ there. Went for another throw. Showing his experience here with Rashid, and he swims up in the corner against Tokido. This is bad. Patient block. Oh, missed his anti-air. That could have been horrible. Oh, he's going to get it. Cancel it out. Spend the cash and get a kill.
Oh, he's doing like the simple combos, right? Stand fierce, crouch fierce, drive rush right after, simple stuff.
Oh, don't you dare! Ready for the ting. To the corner you go. Look at the carry he gets on this. What I'm saying about the character, man. That kind of corner carry at no meter spend, huge in this game. The timing on that jump, very good. It wasn't ready. Gets caught standing. To the corner you go. Then spend that level 3, you're gonna get some gauge back as well.
Build it right back up. A lot of big damage right here. Really big lead, but then again, Gachikun sits the Yasar level 2 if need be. We've seen that be a big tide turner in a lot of sequences. Will it happen here? He needs some room. Does get the heavy mixer anti right there. Oh, the finesse! Oh,
he's got level 2 instead. Interesting. Oh no! Oh, the chance goes big, and the recovery on that wind charged Eagles is absolutely horrific. It's like minus 50, 100, man. He just sits there recovering. Perfectly timed jump from Tokido. Yeah. Yes, it done. Man,
what if you went for that level 2?
Going into CA there, Cola? They're going into level 2 set?
I would have been with the level. Maybe with the level 2 to how to kill that bar. Yeah.
Yeah, kill the bar.
We'll see, though. Might have been a mistake right there, but wait, he does find a whip punish.
Punish into crouch, heavy punch. Oh, bad drive rush. Drive impact, sorry. Tokido's neutral jumps have been on fire. Counter hit confirmed. What's he doing? He's not ready. He had to kill him as well.
It's hard to anti-air.
He's not ready to anti-air. He's not used to it. Oh, poor guy. You can see the hesitation. You can see the man on still in his fingers there. As Tokido starts to abuse the jump-ins. And Gachikun doesn't quite have muscle memory anti-airs yet, clearly, with his Rashid. So that's always going to be a big test. He was playing really well. I feel like those jumps could have cost Tokido more, but credit to Tokido for identifying that weakness in Rashid, in Gachikun's early Rashid game. Just completely exploiting those anti-airs, man.
Yeah, I mean, I do know that, like, you know, heavy mixer, OD mixer, a little bit slower than what you would like expect for like an situation. But I feel like if you're a Rashid player, you know those jump fierces are coming through. You know that Ken has some of the best jumpers in the business because that jump fierces is so just downward angled. You know it's gonna hit deep. You have to think about, like, am I gonna go for like drive rush, like, you know, dash? Am I just gonna back up a bit, change my positioning? That's part of anti-airing, is to not be in the bad area, to not be in the wrong side of the city, right? You gotta back up if need be. If crouch fierce, if mixer are gonna be too slow, you gotta get out of there, right? Like, and Gachikun, obviously only having a few weeks with this character, does not have the muscle memory in stressful situations just yet.
Exactly. It's really well said, man. And this is something that, learning a new character myself in the game, that I'm picking up. If you drill those anti-air DPs, you don't have to be looking for them for it to come out. But you need to drill them heavy so you can focus on the ground and they instinctively come out when someone jumps at you. Gachikun not quite there yet. I love that he's going with Rashid again here. Now he is ready. The delayed jab into the anti-air. And again, Tokido. I love the stubbornness from Tokido. Really testing him out, but gets hit with the overhead.
Out of the corner to the next corner you go. This is a great start from. Oh, everything me correctly went. Neutral jump punish. I believe that's a dead kid. He didn't spin a meter. He gets the kill anyway.
Ooh, but he gets the throw though.
Kill anyway.
Yeah. Oh, that was revenge. He said, in the air, you're great, but on the ground, I rule. I'm the king. ODDP on the drive rush immediately. Dang.
Block on that cross medium.
Now they get these fireballs.
Oh man, Takedo is so stubborn. He's not giving up on it. I agree with the strategy though. Until you see very consistent ES keep abusing it, and also you're not losing too much damage. And you're getting anti-ed. He's not going for the Oki afterwards as well. I'm not sure if he gets drive rush dash afterwards. It's a good sequence. Oh my, takes all the reads right here from Capcom back throw. Here's the level 2. Is he going to get it right this time? Get it with the perfectly timed jump back last time.
Just sends it in.
The parry.
Oh, there's a shimmy. It's unfortunate caught in the corner. Empty gets nothing off those light punches though. Okay, back throw though.
Back throw.
Takedo.
Be the turning point. Oh, with one too many. How dare you? Into the Dragon Lash, into the combo. Game point Takedo, man. Great start from Capcom, but it was just one moment that turned it around. You know, too unforgiving. And he goes in and gets the throw. Takes it this time.
To the corner.
Careful now. Well punished. The range on that cross medium.
And see what Gachikun's doing, like, after these like situations, bro, this has been like such like it just keeps you in the corner. You see, like look at it, it's still right there. Heavy mixer follow up. Yo, check that damage. It's actually pretty damn nice. The walk up throw, one more sequence will seal it. Dash up throw. Takedo on the back foot.
The check. Don't get back thrown. He's got CA. Oh, get checked.
We come on the lawn.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You can't be kidding me, Cola. Wake up, EX spinning mixer. I don't respect your plus frames. His guesses on both offense and defense that game were insane. I mean, he read Takedo on defense way too well, and then on wake up on offense, he was on it too. Incredibly impressive, I must say, from Gachikun. Good turnaround, good choice sticking with Rashid. Now it's up to Takedo, Cola, to make the adjustment.
Kid's like, dang, that level 2 kind of broken, bro. But like that level 2, we see it sit out, not for like mix, but just to hold you up in the corner continuously. And we only see like, you know, like a couple sequences into like heavy mix or whatever. Maybe that's not like a ton of damage in terms of like recent and neutral in the situation, but it's enough to like have that general sort of strategy. Like, I'm going to keep you in the corner and then I'm going to pressure you and put some damage on, and then you're stuck there. And I only need like 1 or 2 more sequences after that. And even that first round that went down when Gachikun got them overheads, the drive rush over, that just shows me like he's locking into this character. Those jump ins not working out too often. And man, Takedo, bro, I like how he's looking for like crouching mini kick to try to leave the corner and stuff from the side of Rashid, but it's not enough. As you put it, reading the defensive tendencies well is Gachikun, these ODDPs. I feel like Takedo's gonna have to put the brakes on, like drive rush light punch to break things, and then wait for the ODDP to let loose, and then put that, you know, apprehension in Gachikun.
This is what I don't understand about why people are just writing off Rashid so early. Listen, he may very well just be a mid-tier character soon enough. Safe jumps for days, free corner carry. He's got an ES reversal that also corner carries. He's got great sequences, above average damage. I mean, neutral buttons don't look too powerful just yet, apart from that ridiculously good crouch medium kick. Maybe that's all you need. Oh, whip punishes the crouch medium with a random drive rush.
Oh, whips the
2
throw.
plus. He's got to get used to the timing on that. It's more plus than he realizes.
It's costing that corner position too as well. Into the back throw here.
You know, loving this pressure. Check. He takes this time. His defensive reads have just been insane. Big whip on that overhead. Then he closes out now, Takedo. Oh, the crash medium in between. Goes in. We could have got way more there. Actually, he could have killed if he just went into a drive rush, but didn't know he was going to hit. He's going to spend it.
Level 2 immediately.
Big risk here.
Oh, bait up.
Oh, that's going to be big damage. He's dead. He gets the follow-up. There's more. There's more. Wait, hold on. Why did he spend the thing? Oh, it's there anyway.
Rob could have done. You pick it up.
He did the wrong strength there, no? My goodness, he gets it anyway.
Put it done. Yeah. Still either way, we need to lock in though.
Light kick, is it?
Can't leave damage like that on the table. Impact, we react though. Good cancel. Optimal stuff, yeah, I like
corner
that.
You go, look at a corner carry, look at a corner carry, Cola. Oh my goodness.
He's telling kid, how does it feel,
Kiddo's
bro?
in big trouble.
Sometimes you put people in the corner. No, he dropped the heavy mixer. I don't think that.
Can't switch.
I don't even know if that combos.
That Wolverine. Oh, he's close to burnout here. What a sequence. Big drop from Gachikun. And he's in the corner.
Level
No,
one to get it done.
did,
Get out of there.
Yes, you did. You don't need a miracle here.
More these fireballs.
To get his team backing. Oh, trade. I dashed. He burnt out.
Seeing my kicks for days. So you see Gachikun backing away. Still got caught off the low though.
Oh my goodness. Staying out of that cross medium kick range is Gachikun. Good check. No combo. I was in time. He's got meter now. Akira's got to watch out.
Oh, he fireball?
EX. Oh my goodness.
Start versus him with the low.
Oh, Takedo, please.
Oh my God, my heart. Final game, final round. Already, this is how it's going down. This is a very limit. I like Takedo throwing out more of these fireballs and finds a jump in.
He closes it out. That's where both players now. Come throw great from Takedo here. That's Gachikun cornered. That's a bit out of the reversal. Doesn't come. He's in big trouble. Needs to turn this around somehow. Gets the back. No, it's a forward throw. Yeah,
surprising.
For a forward throw, back throw there.
Just have all that real estate to play with that Yasar. Yeah. And not any more of these fireballs close range.
Right,
nice DP. We talked about how you have to have those anti-airs ready and steady. Crouch into kick.
Back dashes out of there. Oh, nice fireball. Takedo's got a nice lead there. Oh no, bad, but drive impact. Gets cornered, doesn't spin the meter. Should have spent it. I think he should have spent it. He's gonna get back thrown here. Takedo can close this out. One hit will do it.
Hit, it'll be over. It'll be over. Level 2, I mean, he's close to burn, so I get the idea. They're gonna send it right at him. You have to parry. Dash up, try to get that throw. No go, Bozo. No impact. That's all right. No, that's supposed to be level 3. That's supposed to be level 3. Are you kidding me? The throw.
Oh my God.
He's still in.
Wake up, buddy.
He doesn't kill. The bounce back jump
What a wire. Gachikun versus Takedo. Cola, are you not entertained?
I'm not even playing, my heart's beating. What in the hell? Oh, dang.
Man, that was
Just
crazy.
couldn't squeeze out enough damage at the end.
That
Dang.
was-
Gotcha, like he almost had it.
I mean, the level 2, so he did the level 2 through the Hurricane. I think he went for the Eagle Spike or the run and he missed his input. The roundhouse came out, so he lost his Oki. So Hurricane, then he charged in, wasn't plus, and a huge whiff drive impacts. I don't know what he was looking for. You know what? When in doubt, drive impact it out. He's playing Street Fighter 6, baby.
Yeah.
Takedo punished, but wasn't an optimized punish. Still alive. Wow, just that was what a sequence. Listen, despite the result, congratulations to Takedo. Huge win for him. FAV go 10 points clear. What do you think of the Rashid though, Cola? Oh, sorry, let's talk through these first,
I mean, like,
and we'll go into that.
Yeah, you know, we'll take a look at the stats real quick here, but, you know, man, I just can't wait to talk about this Rashid, bro. Anti-airs, pretty decent on the side, you know, but Rashid player, again, anti-airs a little bit more finicky, you know, so 7 out of 14, 50%, not too terrible, and the bust outs were definitely on point, but just the jump ins, though. At the same time, the jump ins were definitely on point. From the side of Takedo. Those jump fierces, bro, that was the name of the game. From the early parts of this game to the very end. The closing up that jump fierce. I've not seen jump back, jump fierce as a Ken player. I'm going to have to take that, write that in my notebook.
Yeah, usually it's a lot.
Jump
He just
back,
did a
jump
fierce.
fierce,
I
bro.
love it.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, he wasn't going to take any pressure. He knew he was scared to go approach because he had CA, he had meter, so he knew he was going to meet. Just jumped back straight away and got the win. A great play from Takedo. Great read as well.
I do like the Rashid.
Man, 10 points up now.
Definitely has done some work. Good stuff. Yeah, so 10 points for FEV Gaming. Let's see what they bring up next. I'm going to spoil y'all right now. I'm not going to hold y'all. Good A Squad is bringing up Tachikawa on the Kimberly Classic. No longer a modern man, right now at least. Up against Bonchan Luke Classic.
出場する選手はこち
Yeah,
ら。
is that good? You just ruined it for everybody, bro. You just that's how it is.
Hold that.
How did you know?
Yes.
これは
How did I know? Wait, what? Wait, what?
You're wrong, bro. You
production,
were right,
they
bro.
told
What
me
you
the
talking
wrong
about, bro?
今まである中でリーグ戦でこのシーンでガッツポーズ
That's what you get for revealing the information to the audience beforehand and spoiling the surprise for everyone, Cola. Serves you right, son.
川選手
You get your notes right, eh?
操作タイプはクラシック
My mistake.
And now, I'll do the pleasure of telling you guys what the matchup is live, the way it's supposed to be. We have Tachikawa rocking the classic Kimberly versus none other than the one and only, I mean, the beast himself, the man with the special eyes, rocking JP. I mean,
This
classic
dude,
JP, of course, as well. So.
意気込みお願いいたします
See some modern JPs. They do some work. But, this is something that Mobich, shout out to him, giving us a little bit of detail up in the chat previously before we even started, said that Tachikawa was working on a Kimberly to prepare for all these JPs. So this is going to be difficult because I feel like Kimberly is one of those characters like Cammy, maybe one of the squirrely characters that can definitely go toe-to-toe with JP. Having that different, less predictive area approach makes it difficult to deal with this character, can slide through the fireballs with the quickness, and then that oppression and approach up in the corner where she's going to make the most in terms of damage is going to be hard, even with the likes of the OD Amnesia. So I do like this pick from Tachikawa. He's a man of many characters. He's already had the modern loop. We've seen that previously. He's been doing work with that character. He's been on a hot streak lately. I do wonder if it's ready enough to get someone like Ryusei, who's been like mainlining JP. He is like hyper focused to that character. We saw him at Evo doing work. We're seeing him out here at Street Fighter League Japan.
はい頑張ってくださいありがとうございます
I mean, Tachikawa is absolutely buzzing to play this matchup. He's obviously been putting a lot of hours in, looking to demonstrate what he's learned. But he's up against a very, very solid JP player. And I must say, this idea that because you can beat the long-range game of JP, you suddenly beat JP, it's a naive idea. We've seen it with too many characters now. Like Ken, we've seen go back and forth for the last few weeks against JP. Cammy, we thought that she had the answers because she can beat all the fireballs and she's got great anti-projectile tactics, hard to anti-air. These are characters that maybe have a slight edge against JP. It's debatable, but what we're seeing at high-level Street Fighter 6 players, you eliminate one side of JP's game, you just open up him focusing on the other sides, and those other sides are arguably just as devastating. If Kimberly is able to mitigate that long-range game, don't forget she's got no reversal, man. She needs to hold the pressure when JP gets his offense going, and I think that might balance out the matchup. We saw Valmaster try this match against VX Bao, and it was horrible. I mean, I don't think he took more than 10% health off of VX Bao. It was like, the JPs they know this matchup's tricky, and they've been studying it, so we'll see if Ryusei's ready for it, though. May not be the case.
Yeah, I like that.
Ryusei saying it's been a year since he played in Street Fighter League. Awesome to have him back here, joining arguably the most notable team in terms of player accolades. It's an absolute honor to be playing in the league today, says Ryusei. So humble is the young talent from Japan representing FAV Gaming. Ola, what do you think about the chances of Tachikawa's Kimberly here? Is it a strategy you think justified one? Maybe it's going to work?
I mean, now that you mention it, we talk about this anti-fireball play not always being the way, not being the biggest determiner now. I wonder how this is going to go out, because now that the meta is starting to shift a little bit in terms of JP being stylistically different, I wonder what the Kimberlys have in rebuttal, right? When the game first started, this was one of the matchups that was cited as like, dang, this sucks. When I was playing JP, this is one of the reasons why I was like, man, I don't know if I like this character. I'm kind of getting oppressed. I can't just run my zoning game. But then Kakeru, as you pointed out, has changed how JP should be played. And at this point, it may be different. Like, her normals are not that good, right? They're very stubby. I don't know if Stand Fierce, especially after it's been nerfed after, the beta, and being more whip punishable in and of itself is going to be something that you have to worry about anymore. And her other buttons just being stubby. Like, you're looking to, like, poke with stand light kick, medium kick. Are those better than JP's buttons? Probably not. And as you pointed out, not having a reversal really sucks against JP. Harassing you up in the corner continuously with no way you have to rely upon that perfect parry play, it may not be good. And we'll see if Tachikawa is a little bit outdated in terms of dealing with JP. But then again, Tachikawa's the coach. He has been coaching his team, been coaching the likes of Kawano even previously last year. Has moved to that role, but is still a very strong player. He is right in the momentum of playing Modern Luke. He could switch to as well if he wants to go to Modern Luke. I don't know how well that would fit in this matchup. We'll have to see what happens. Is he updated? Is he ready? Let's get it.
Wow, OD Amnesia straight away. Look at the response from Kimberly. Woo! She doesn't care. Don't try and jump in, gets the crouch heavy punch, anti-air trades though. Yeah, she has loads of get-ins, and it's her variety of approaches that makes it tricky for JP. Look out for everything. In again.
Medium Kickstarter. Oh, the bait
baited.
brother. Reel it in overhead. That's the win. Yeah.
Great first round here.
Ryusei.
Tachikawa. You're seeing Ryusei trying to play the zoning game. I disagree with the strategy. I think you just go in like this in this matchup. You exploit Kimberly's weaknesses, which are that zero reversal, vulnerability on wake up. He's doing exactly that right now. Wow.
Yeesh.
There you go, Cola. Matchup doesn't look that hard when you're rushing her down, but not always going to be in that position.
And now we see the parry.
Too low to the ground. It needed a
perfect parry to leave it off the
too
table.
low to the ground. Ooh.
Yeah.
Level 3 though, yeah, I like that.
Take it on the chin. Dashing in, saying heavy kick plus OD, and getting that burnout. Oh man, Ryusei.
Oh my goodness, stop. Yeah, he just bends it. Get off me. It's Tachikawa. Limb burnout though. Wasn't ready for that. Oh, and again. Oh my goodness, he's getting smixed. He's getting Kimberly.
The hop kick.
Let's check.
I like that hop kick over the crouching medium kick. We've seen that button introduced too many times, too often. Finds a stand fierce, the punish counter. Try rush forward, heavy kick.
Red wall block.
Can he finish against a level 1?
Beautiful choice.
Oh,
well, the one should be able to kill if he spends everything. Even with the scaling, this should be enough. Yes, it is. Optimization from Tachikawa. Max damage punish there. Perfect parry on the drive impact. Perfect optimized answer to that. It's the drive impact right back. Maximize the recovery. And then he had the level 1 and the meter to cancel it out despite the scaling on perfect parry. Great play there from Tachikawa. He takes the first game. That drive impact was strange though. I don't think she was in the corner. Yeah. Was she?
No, I don't think so
either. I don't know why he did that.
So I'm not sure how that worked out. Hey, but still.
You're seeing the areas though that make it tricky with Kimberly. Oh yeah, oh my god.
Yeah.
Rush down maniac.
He definitely has found some good sequences. I like the hot kick over the crouch mini kick, but man, oh man, the perfect parry. This is like the next echelon of the meta is like people getting third strike out here with these perfect parries. I feel like they've seen what they could do for you. Like, okay, God, I've seen what you've done for other people. Let that be me too with these perfect parries. They're scaling, but how you're able to route things back against these characters. And it doesn't matter how low tier or high tier the characters are. If you're able to have these perfect parries, you take back the positional advantage. You scale things down. Yes, I get it. You know, you don't have as much damage, but the fact that, you know, you stop damage from happening. You know, this is that active defense that people talk about. Blocking, maybe not so good up in this game. Perfect parrying may be the way to play.
Totally agree with you, Cola. Perfect parry. Changes everything. Makes your opponent hesitant. Gives you good defensive option and reward. And also, when you can't do damage, you can still attack the meter. I mentioned everyone I had a good conversation with Angry Bird about this. He doesn't attack your health bar. That's secondary. His primary attack is your drive meter. You know, if you're perfect parrying, especially if you're perfect parrying a drive impact right back. Wipe away that drive gauge and really punish the person for doing that, using burnout. And you saw if Ryusei hadn't overextended as much as he did, he wouldn't have been hit by that level 3. He would have had Kimberly in burnout. Who knows where it would be now? But as it stands, Tachikawa in the first game. Taking their time here for the run back. I don't think Ryusei's going to switch characters, is he?
He has a DJ, but I don't know. I feel like this isn't really like a character problem. It's just like dealing with Tachikawa sort of problem, right? You know, you get a little bit too obstinate with the crouching medium kicks. We see the hop kicks and things like that. Your assessment of just getting more aggressive, more personal, more close range with things with the medium range, medium punches and things like that. That's the way to play now. The zoning play, delete that off the table. That's old school. We new school out here. Yeah, sticking with the JP, very smart. It's definitely a personal problem, not a character problem.
Oh, my drive impact earlier than yours. Wow. Oh my goodness, he's not ready for the overhead.
Heavy kick plus. Yeah, step in the corner. There we go. Offense is definitely better on the side of Ryusei than defense. Impact. There we go. Light button so you can react. What a clap back.
Spend another two. Yeah, burn out. Burn her out. I love it. I'll try to wake up reversal. Is that level one not gonna happen for you, my dear? Get the hell out of here.
All right. Ryusei's eyes are open. That's what we took the break. Just to put eye drops in both eyes. Wow. But calls out the amnesia medium kick corner carry. Not that drive rush though.
Oh my days.
Another impact right back.
Burn out too. Pierce Tachikawa's only got one speed. Go. It's not been working so far, but it might start working now. He's in burnout. Can he make it count?
Hop kick again.
Oh, gets out of there. Goes in again.
Close. Oh, that crushing punch almost hit the tip of the game. Yeah.
Oh, that should be that JP.
The pick up level 3. Let me get that buff.
Yes, it is. Great conversion there, Tachikawa, despite a great resurgence from Ryusei. 1 round away from taking this. Bring it to 10 apiece there if he does.
Fantastic. Crazy, we haven't even seen this this Kimberly in the league. You know, we've seen a lot of Ryusei, at least on CFN, playing this character. The fact that Tachikawa has buffed this up to be at this level is insane. And his team allowed him to bring up this character as a rebuttal. Off these lows, once again, double down, this time to throw, bro.
Pressure.
Oh, the bait!
Bait it.
Easy bait up in.
Tachikawa. I won with the victory. He pops off. He's over the moon. Kimberly pick working to absolute perfection, not letting Ryusei get started at all. Able to close that one out. He takes it 2-0 over Tachikawa and levels things up there with the teams and a piece over Ryusei. Sorry, great play from him, Tachikawa. What are you saying, Kola? I mean, that Kimberly pick did look very effective when it got going.
I feel like, you know, some of this is the Kimberly pick, but I just Tachikawa and how he's been playing lately, right? Like the way that Tachikawa's been playing has been really on fork throughout Street Fighter League. We saw it with the Modern Loop, and now we're seeing it here. It's wild because it feel like he just picked up the character. I don't know if he played him previously or whatever, but the fact that he brought this character out to League that had not been buffed up all the way compared to other people that have been mainlining other characters, it did work and defeated a pretty strong JP, you know, that is Ryusei. Is nothing to be scoffed at. You see the measures that he took to call out the OD amnesia, right? You see the OD amnesia on the other side of things from Ryusei. Did hit, like it was a 2 out of 3 right there, but the times it was called out were enough to do damage. And I feel like there was more than that. I feel like that he called out OD amnesia quite a bit more often than 2 out of 3, but maybe I'm just bugging right there.
I feel like there was more to it. Maybe
either way,
talking about the last match, bro. He played
but
really
I feel
well.
like
I think Ryusei.
He. Go ahead. Talk to me. No, finish up. Go ahead. I want to hear you.
I feel like Ryusei had the right strategy with the aggression, the offensive play. It was getting it started that was uncomfortable. You could see he was quite antsy in neutral. He also appeared to not know a lot of stuff about Kimberly. Like, you know, he was not reacting to the overhead. It's a good overhead, but you can react to it. He was getting hit by the forward heavy kick follow-ups, which we all know. There's very reliable answers for that. There's a lot that was happening that was like a bit of unfamiliarity versus Kimberly in that specific matchup. Now, if it's a matchup that traditionally is hard for JP, it's going to be even harder if you don't know it. So I think he's got to go away, go to the drawing board, learn that one, play some Kimberlys, and understand the gimmicks as well as the legitimate approaches to this game. Next one coming up. Don't you dare reveal it early, Kola. Let it play out, bro. Let it play out. I'll let you reveal it once it shows.
It's Big Pugera going up against Papa Bonchan. All right, there we go. Now Bonchan comes up as the anchor position, but this is Big Pugera. Now, I met Pugera finally at EVO. Nice dude. He was actually one of the many players that came into the Salty Suite, and he was hungry, bro. I was like trying to come up with the Salty Suite and play these top level players. I got Angry Bird, Big Bird, all of them. You know, he was like, yeah, let me make some time. Every day it felt like he was like, can I get some games in? Can I get some games in? He was hungry to practice. hungry to prepare for not only EVO, but for Street Fighter League and beyond that. Oh, yeah, turn on his. He's gonna turn on his mic. Pull up Pugera.
It looks like you were right about Bonchan coming on. A bit too early, didn't you, Cola? It's going to be up against Pugera. And he's always been that talisman, that ever so reliable anchor. He plays this role so often for his team. Trading between himself and of course, Gachikun. He's going to be anchored today. And of course, like I said, man, these Bisons are just loving DJ.
It's weird. It's wild. Even the Balrogs too, as well. It feels like the Balrog players also have kind of gravitated towards this character. I think for Pugera, it kind of makes sense because if you remember, like the later parts of Street Fighter V, like his Balrog had some of the best, if not the best, anti-airs. Like he had that, the uppercut that Balrog has. He'd have that perfect spacing for it, and we see that with DJ, right? You've got to back up and have the perfect anti-airs for like the slide, the crouching heavy kick that he has. For back heavy kick, for even jackknife, even though it's more reliable than those, he's really on point with those.
Yeah, super on point, and the reward he gets as well is just, yeah, brutal. You can't be making those kind of mistakes against CJ, especially when he's got meter, especially when he's got super. He hits like an absolute truck, and he's got the mobility to go with it. I think I haven't really seen much of Pugera's DJ other than a few sets on YouTube. Very strong, very aggressive, but can slow it down too. I love the fact the way he mixes up plays. That's something that I've seen him do very well. Actually, Pugera just saying now to his team that his throat is actually aching, so he's not feeling too well. But he's going to do his best. I think this is an online event, eh? Otherwise, I have to send him home. Yeah, no, he won't be making the team today, boy. From home, he can continue playing. Saying that before the match doesn't inspire in confidence, but hopefully it'll be fine. Well, what's Bonchan saying, Cola?
Bonchan says, we really matched up with each other in Street Fighter League. I'm excited for this game. We've seen Bonchan in some anchor positions. You know, win or lose, he always puts in work, right? And he's been, feels like he's been finding his way with the Luchas in general in 5, and also with 6. We saw him, do work obviously in 5, but with 6, it feels like he's finding his style with this character slowly but surely as he advanced pretty decently up in, the top 24, I believe it was at EVO, doing work out there. Pugera maybe not making it as far, but I mean, that was a stacked tournament no matter what. And if your path was hard, it is what it is. So I'm sure they're taking that energy from
DJs in
maybe
general,
not making the results that they like
very well
out here.
Yeah, those DJs at EVO didn't perform very well, but I don't think it's any indication of how strong the character is. I think they're coming along. They're developing, and people are very common. It's a very common character. People have figured out how to fight him quite well, but no way is that guy not in that top echelon of characters in the game. He's just he hits too hard, he moves too well, his zone's above average, he does everything pretty well, and his drive rush is just good, Lord. Teleport. He's got a teleport, bro. DJ's got a teleport. It's official, guys. F1 just called it.
You know how there's like move names for everything? I bet his drive rush is instant transmission, bro. It's just, he's right there. He just appears. No wait times. Direct to your door. DJ. So, Pugera, what do you think about this matchup overall, though? Like DJ versus Luke. I feel like it's even, but I haven't seen enough of it to really make a big call, and the players say both.
Yeah. I agree. I feel like Luke doesn't really have a bad matchup, like a really bad matchup, Got some tricky ones, maybe 5.5. DJ's definitely not a huge problem for him by any stretch. DJ's got to watch out for where he stands. That crouch medium from Luke is so rewarding. There's one thing DJ doesn't have that's quite powerful in neutral. It's that crouch medium drive rush, and that's something Luke is one of the best at the game at that. So he's going to walk into that range, you're going to see him press it, and also his normals, they're like records, they're like Fei Long records, man. They just travel for him.
Yeah.
They footsie for him, so Luke is always in with a shot in neutral, because his normals travel so far for him. A lot of meter there just to get some party started. Wow, nice lovely walk back into the jab.
There's a throw though. Once again after that sequence. Pugera's getting real aggressive, real active. Triple throws to another one. Oh, he wants to go for that medium right there. Bonchan willing to hold everything. Has to find a way out though. Lost so much health. Ooh. Dang.
Wow, one of those rounds. That was just one of those rounds, Cola.
Yeah, couldn't put a foot wrong. Early days though.
No,
It's a foot wrong
be
there
like
with
that
throw.
sometimes. Oh, they had the counter combo, did not have the crushing medium punch right behind it. Unfortunate. We'll get that light punch starter. They get that strike though. Goes for the low this time. Look at how he switches up after these medium bots. I like that. Catching Bonchan unawares.
Nice drive rush to the throw. Pushes him back here. Great knife. There's that incredible drive rush in. Lost a lot there. Harry's this time doesn't fall for this little sway.
Oh, okay, the interrupt with the crouching medium kick.
Is he getting a level 3?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Expeditiously. Give me my bar back. There we go. Ain't a ton of health taking down the side of Pugera. They dancing on a neutral romancing right now. Bonchan backed up in the corner, but his bar is back now.
Ooh. The delay. It wasn't a counter hit. Look at him trying to kill him there. He knows he's got a CA. He just needs one hit. Oh my goodness, this aggression from Pugera. Sometimes got to be so careful.
For that one touch.
Oh, counter hit. Is it all just
no
to
bite?
get in?
Pugera's defense. Pugera's defense is so good. Did not bite on any throws at all. No shimmies. Oh, the impact.
No way out. There's no way out. He burnt himself out to make that bet. Really struggling with the neutral. Burnt himself out. Went in because he did the crouch medium dash forward. Did it again. Just to make that read. Unfortunately, Pugera didn't take the throw. I mean, he took that gamble, did Bonchan, and then suddenly he was in a terrible situation with no meter, no super, and in burnout. Great capitalization. You saw the change up in pace from Pugera as soon as he saw Bonchan had spent that meter, and he made it count big time.
Very smart stuff. Always watching your opponent's bar. Tailor tapes for a lot of things in terms of what they want to do and what they can do. That's why we saw the drive impact to close things off. Dash up, gets the counter combo. DP nice and easy. Now it's time to get Sleazy up in this corner. Yeah, harassing him with these walled in buttons. Pugera checked and challenge to stand. Fierce to fist to face.
There you go. There you go, Bonchan. Okay, okay. Big win there for Bonchan. Slow down some of this dogger momentum. It's a jump in too.
I feel like Luke has some of the best ways of stopping people. Once Luke has a lead, it's so hard to break him down. He has such great, amazing buttons that wall you out. Stand medium kick, stand medium punch. You have to oversend to get the win with the character, especially when he's got these big leads. And every mistake that you do against him is big damage on his side of things. That's a whip punish.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Had the counter hit, didn't convert it well.
Beast mode.
That's big damage.
Uh-oh.
Burns him out. We're trying to close this out. Doesn't want to lose this game. Right, Pugera. Goes in the distance. EX, right time, right place. Bonchan makes the adjustment. One apiece here.
Taking a page out of Pugera's book to watch that bar at the top to make him drop, right? Saw he was in burnout, said, bro, if you throw a fireball, it's over for you. I'm faster on the draw and make it fall. The OD fireball clipping through. We're game to game right now. And Bonchan getting these big leads and holding them.
Yeah, Pugera just needs to do better with his anti-airing, man. Bonchan getting way too much smiling, misses his up kick as well. Momentum in Bonchan's corner now. After a great start, really. Oh, throw comes out. Don't take throw, says Bonchan.
Hey, strike though. Yeah, backdash away. Careful now. Whip punish. One OD fireball. Maybe actually two. Will seal the deal. Impact, wrist it. Nice and burnout, but not out of options.
Yeah.
He has level one to cut to the fireballs.
Oh, he tried to press the button on wake up. He should be able to kill here. Level 2 if he gets it right.
Okay, Pugera.
Yes, he does.
You get a seat at the table, Pugera. You get a plate. Maybe even two. All right.
Oh, my goodness. Rushes in again. Anti-airs now. He wasn't doing that earlier. And it wasn't counter hit.
Drive rush, throw. And he's switching up the pace every so often. You see the fireballs or drive rush right after. It's another drive rush. It's been difficult to read what Bonchan wants to do. Almost got the jumping. We'll get the light knuckle into level 3 immediately. Dental plan is all the fist land. Rearrange that face.
Oh, checks him approaching. Oh, gets him low. Bulgaria closes this out. Bonchan's in trouble. Nice check. Should we close this out? Yes, he will do exactly that. Bonchan with the brick wall defense. Gets himself in this.
In this character with the buttons that they've got, light punch, crouching medium punch, all fantastic buttons. Some of them a little bit active, and they lead to so much. That's the most pivotal point right there. Is for other characters, they lead to some damage, middle of the road damage. For Luke, they lead to quite a bit. Gets the overhead. Dang, we haven't even seen that option this entire set as it connects.
Oh, the timing on the drive impact. Looks like gonna do big damage here, can't kill. He's gonna have a huge lead. Beast mode, baby. Yes, for game.
Dangerous.
No, is it?
He went for jump heavy kick. It would have hit. You regret that option?
I'm in.
No jackknife. He has no charge.
Close this out.
There's no charge here for Bulgaria. Oh my god. Oh my god. Don't jump. Don't jump. Already fireball will catch you on the way down. Don't throw out a fireball. Please don't throw out a fireball.
Right drive rushing. Any minute now. Drive rushing. Oh,
he really walked up and through.
Like, you kidding me, Bonchan? Great adjustment and comeback. Gets himself into 2-1. What a result that is. Bulgaria started off so well, but now 2-1 down, Cola.
Man, Bonchan. We've seen that, like, when he's got that confidence, bro, that walk forward pressure that he has, you can feel the aura coming from him, bro. Like an anime, my man is glistening with the gold glow, all right? Like, you know that you in for some trouble. And when he's got that confidence, he walk up throws with the dash ups, it's hard to stop the momentum from the side of Bonchan. We saw it with the Karen previously. We saw it with Luke at the end of 5, and we're seeing it right now as he really locks in with this character. Someone like Bulgaria who has great defense, great anti-airs. We haven't seen those so continuously. We've seen like that heavy kick, but we've seen Bulgaria not have the charge for the jackknife. In fact, I don't think we've seen a jackknife anti-air at all. Maybe not even an ODDP at all. Kind of strange.
Yeah, he's using it in combos. Had one, yeah, ODDP tried and got blocked at the end of that game. You're right, he's not, and anti-airing with normals as well, because Bulgaria's very keen on moving. I can't see him just down back into anti-air. He always likes to move and weave and bob. If you look back at his box, so that's his style, and I think DJ can be played that way. If you're playing that way, you've got to use your normal anti-airs. You've got to use your slide, you've got to use your back heavy kick. Otherwise, you're not DJ anymore, you're just a random charge character who really finds it hard to access big damage, and can get rushed down for free. If you're DJ, you're anti-airing, man. Super important. Anyway, still got a chance to make an adjustment here. This is a huge game, guys. Right now, the standings, I believe with that first game, FAV are now on 90 points, so they go above Cyclops, who just got to 80 points today. And now they're playing to get themselves to 120 points, not 20 points on the line here. And of course, a good 8 squad on 65 points. Their job today was to hopefully close the gap between themselves and FAV Gaming. And obviously, a 20-point lead is not going to do that as much as a 40-point lead is going to do one, but 40 points isn't possible anymore. So 20 points is the best they can hope for. That will take them to 75 and their opponents on 90. So that's what they're hoping for here. But Bonchan might have other plans. He might just want to take this whole thing, give this team a huge lead over everyone.
Fantastic round start from the side of Bonchan. All right, drive rush light punch lands, of course. There's the jackknife conversion in the combo. We need to see it as an anti-air though. And now you see Bulgaria trying to hold his ground, and no, the cross up lands the crouching or jumping medium kick. Yeah. Maybe waiting for the anti-air we talked about, but just not in the right range to go for it.
Big opening here. Dash. Goes for the throw. It's a wake up reversal DP from Bonchan.
Sends it out.
Burn him out here if you can.
Air to air right there.
Beautiful anti-air.
There we go.
Don't you dare. I've seen that story before, says Bonchan. Only have one more bar left as well. Would have been stunned. That hit. Ready.
Those are dad reactions right there. You should know about that. As a father, you probably got reactions like that too.
And Bulgaria not able to do the same thing back. Peaceful, baby. Let's go.
In the corner. Whip push. Reset
Oh,
situation with the crouching medium kick. Big pickup into level 1. This is real bad here for Bulgaria. He's got to make a desperate comeback, but I don't know how. I mean, caught up in the corner. It's jail, no bail.
That's no punish. One chance. He's so good at slowing down Pugera. Doing it again here. Huge life lead.
This character's a wall, bro. With these fireballs, the buttons keeping you out. Sobot puts him in burnout.
Even in burnout.
But of course, Boncha now the options in the
that's exactly
fireball
why.
hits. That's it. Papa Bonchan taking down Bulgaria.
An FAV
in the anchor
score
match and just like that,
continues
man.
here. Sinkola. So strong. They are just on fire. He wins the anchor match, gets his team the much needed 20 points. They now go to 30 for the day, so 110 points clear at the top. And only Silk Kumamoto and of course Cyclops anywhere near them now. And very disappointing, only 10 points with good 8 squad. They're actually going to drop down the table depending on the results that take place later in the week, because they're only on 55 points going into this, so they finished on 65 for the day. Disappointing week for them, but they're up against top of the table. I guess, you know, it can't be helped. Cola and go either way, can't it?
It really can. I mean, that's how Street Fighter League has been. You know, these players, you know, things have transpired. Not only with these two teams, but all the teams. In the beginning of the season, we said it's impossible to tell who's going to take it. We're in a brand new arena. You know, we just started playing Street Fighter 6. Some of these players have been practicing and traveling in different sort of ways, so they're getting ready for matchups or not ready for certain matchups too as well. We see, you know, as previously with Tachikawa whipping out the Kimberly to try to, you know, upset the JP. Definitely did so. But it's Papa Bonchan coming through with that solidity, with that Luke, carrying that same sort of style with 5, that confidence, with the walk forward, these throws and these buttons and jailing people out to gain the victory. FAV Gaming keeping their lead and taking the lead where Good 8 Squad used to be. This, even though we don't know what's going to happen, is still, I don't want to say a blow up, but very unsuspected. You know, this is crazy.
Yeah, there's Sako, captain in the team today, just chilling. I mean, another just like Goichi earlier, just chilling, man. I got the squad. I know they're gonna play good. I ain't got nothing to do. You're gonna do your business. I'm gonna go, I don't know, take a shower and chill. Cause, man, he must be so happy. The team played so well. They did their research as well. I mean, they recovered so well from that Kimberly pick. Shout out to Tachikawa. That Kimberly pick was really effective against Ryusei. But they lost that game. Got Bonchan on, recovered immediately. Tremendous result for the team, man. They're sitting pretty at the top right now. What these guys are saying right now in this interview, Cola, you got any?
Got a little insight. Sako says Ryusei's debut was a loss, but not bad. And I think that Ryusei, you know, his first showing wasn't too terrible. I mean, we haven't seen him in the league just, you know, thus far. He wasn't able to come last time. So, you know, first showing, a little shaky, but we'll see how those nerves shake out. Tokido says, I was thrilled by the game. And honestly, that was the marquee match for me so far. That Rashid versus Ken, Tokido was ready, had the strategy. And this is a genius gamer, right? To be so ready to prepare for a character that just dropped is godlike, and he said, I think I had the advantage. That was pretty obvious, Tokido, that you had the advantage, my boy. He was doing jump fierce continuously. He had the advantage in the air, and that jump back in scramble situations was staying solid. So Tokido saying that he was like, I think he had the lead.
He definitely trained. I mean, Gashikun is a win-win, right? By the end of that game, his anti-airing had multiplied tenfold. So, you know, Tokido's conditioned him, trained him, good. Wasn't enough to get the win. You know, that was, you look back on this day, the fact that Ryusei lost, they could have been 20-0 down going into that final game. Tokido clutching it out against Gachikun, match point against, taking the comeback. I don't know if I'd agree that he had the advantage as the set went on. I think he clutched it out, man, really, against Gachikun. But the result is all that matters. So huge win from Tokido, set his team on their way, and then Bonchan able to close it out with great conviction too.
All right, so Ryusei, because I was so nervous when I played one game, so I'm excited for the next game. I feel like that tends to happen for Street Fighter League, where somebody pops up for their very first time, and they haven't been here, or they've taken a long break, and they're kind of shaking the first game, and the next game they just start cooking and from there it's just a steamroll. So I'm glad that Risei understands that, isn't deterred by his loss, and will only seek to be stronger in the next games that he shows up. And again, that's a strong character that we've seen change the landscape of this game, for better or for worse for some people. That is JP. So I'm sure that he's going to be looking back on that and being like, okay, what do you do better? How do I become the new JP, where I get close range with the mediums and lights and things like that, and change up how I play these matchups, where before it was mostly zoning. Now it's I have everything.
Yeah, and then Bonchan, of course, chiming in there. You can see how happy he was both after the game and during this interview, clapping and pumping fists. Obviously meant so much to him. They're sitting at the top of the table, and I think there was some concern going into this because they're up against Good 8 squad. And he says it's awesome that we won against Good 8 squad, especially regarding the points. This is a great start for us, and we're looking to maintain it. So Bonchan thrilled, because that was a bit of a double header. Even though they're not at the top of the squad now, they're one of the closest teams to them in the league going into this match. They're the former champions, they're the defending champions, sorry. They're still champions right now of the global Street Fighter League and the Japanese Street Fighter League, and you just beaten them 30-10. So Bonchan with every right to be thrilled there. Correct, Takamura? Saint Cola. Where did that come from? I was texting Takamura earlier. That's why the name came to head. Is it the hair?
Yeah, it's the hair.
I guess you're evil Takamura. Yes, the afro.
Yes, evil Takamura.
Yeah.
Let me see what Takamura has for afro later on. But yeah, let's look at the drive impacts. On the side of Papa Bonchan, 3 out of 4 landed. Only 1 out of 2 landed for his opponent. So I like that here from side of Bonchan, utilizing these system mechanics very well. And the bust outs, the only one that happened was better on the side of Bonchan. Same in terms of like the anti-airs were on point. So more defense, more offense on the side of Bonchan. And again, that walk-in pressure that he had overall was just a big determiner. So I feel like how we got that victory. Pugera on the back foot and not find those anti-airs is something he's gonna have to look at going forward. I know that he has a jury, so if he wants something more stable or more additional anti-airs, he can utilize that character. But for now, if he wants to stick to the DJ, he's gonna have to give up that movement for that charge. He's gonna have to figure out how to walk forward, get that charge, get that DP. But maybe it's hard because the way that Bonchan plays, where he's just wailing you with fireballs, walking down, drive rush overhead, and like when you think you have your bearings, they're just gone. And that led to, once again, 30-10, FAV Gaming taking that lead over Good 8 squad. Hard to call who's going to take these, but man, what a big lead as they sit at the top. And they're the dominant team this season. No longer is Good 8 squad the ones that merely just slightly bleed sometimes. They are looking like mortals.
I mean, they've looked, just this season, incredible. Now they have the addition of Ryusei playing. He lost today, but they got a really strong JP they can call on as well. Definitely a character I recommend every team having. And that huge win just puts them in pole position to carry on where they left off. Everyone's got to catch up with these guys now. Everyone's got to catch up, and I think CYCLOPS and Saichu and Sol Kamamoto are the closest to them. But even then, the closest to them right now, I think, is 30 points. What CYCLOPS on 80 after today? Yeah, CYCLOPS on 80. 30-point gap. I mean, they've just extended their gap at the top now this week. Great week for FAV Gaming. Good luck catching them.
Yeah, they're up in the top spot, and at the top spot up here, this is the clear shampoo that I would use. Would you use this F word?
My beard only?
Oh,
hey, listen, I shampoo the beard, man. You gotta look after it. It's all I got left, It's all I got left. Don't worry about this. Don't need to look after it. Gorgeous eyebrows that I have. By the way, I don't pluck these. This is just like that.
It's just normal, natural? Wow, okay. Natural. Very clean.
People ask me all the time, do you pluck your eyebrows? No. I don't actually, just a lucky guy. Yeah, so what else we got here, Cola? I'm seeing some pretty interesting stuff.
There's like a little pocket mini game that they have. I've seen that people play that. I don't know if you can get the keychain. There's a keychain, bro. The U.S. does not have this.
Keychain,
Capcom, I'm begging you, please.
Keychain, bro.
It's like a Tamagotchi Capcom character up in the middle. I've seen people playing it on Twitter.
Japan getting a hookup. Getting a hookup, bro.
Can we get it?
Japan, you need to share some of this love, bro. Come on, guys.
Please.
Come on, man.
Please. Can we get a little bit of that? I would love to carry around a little Ken and train him up and maybe like compete against other players and stuff like that. We're walking around at locals and then tournaments. Stuff would be like a nice little mini game. But also you see the developers column where they talk about the game, go into detail about stuff. As you all see, the Battle Lounge has been buffed up. During the commercial, you probably saw the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, announcement. That was super sick. We saw that at Evo as Cat Jams was playing. Shouts to Cat Jams, putting on a sick concert. That was so dope.
Yeah, that was sick, man. I mean, took it way back, and they've also put a lot of effort into the animations as well in the game. Those costumes, super excited to see how that takes off. Everyone's got their packages already, mate, so come on.
And we'll be seeing some more action real soon. In fact, our next match is going to be Detonation Focus Me versus Saishun Kanso Kumamoto. Now, we have a little bit before we hit that break. I want to ask you real quick, who do you think will take it between these two teams? Saishun Kanso Kumamoto, obviously in the lead. They're up at the top spot there, very close to that top. But Detonation Gaming, they are Focus Me. They're not too far from being cut off, right? So I feel like they're backed up in the corner.
I mean, they're
going to make them play stronger.
They've swapped places. We saw Kumamoto having a really tough time last season. 1 or 2 decent weeks, but for the most part, they could not get going. Now they're coming into this week, second in the table, just 10 points away. 10 points away from FAV. If they can get a 40-0 here, they can close that gap, because right now it's 30 points away, right? They can close that gap to 10 points away again. They need that, ideally, if they can, but we'll see. Detonation, I mean, I don't know if it's the character choices or form, I don't know, man, but I'm gonna have to go with Kumamoto.
Kumamoto, I'm gonna say we'll see after this break. People, do not go anywhere. We'll see who takes it between the lacking team, the non-slacking team. Don't go anywhere, because we return. More Street Fighter League Japan coming soon.
9時16分頃より第4節マッチ3、魚群対広島チーム戦、こちらの対戦の模様をお届けいたします。それでは一旦失礼いたします。
Advanced Artificial Intelligence, Leviathan. Welcome to Bikitoa Island.
早速始めるか。よし、やるか。いい戦いになりそうだ。実戦的なのがいいんだよな。実戦ってのもいろいろだが、この街で始めるならストリートからだ。
And we are back from our break like we never even left. We have one more match for all of you. Team Detonation versus Saishun Console Kumamoto, the top dogs versus the lower rung. Let's see what gets it done. My name is St. Cola, and I'm joined with F-Word. I lied to you. We actually have GyoGun, my bad, coming up on the deck. But there was a schedule change. GyoGun will be the ones up here. Brother, you've got Mizuha. You've got this dog, Moke, who may be playing some Rashid, the hero of Sunrise himself. And then you also have Machabo, Mr. Optimal himself, always able to get those jump-ins and be perfect with those anti-airs on deck. And then last but not least, Mago, the 2D god. What a team. I feel like this team is super strong, but the results have not shown that.
レッドサイド、魚群入場でした。また、マチャボン選手は体調不良により欠場となります。続いては、対するブルーサイド選手入場です。
All right, my boy, I think he's muted right now, so we'll just talk. I think you're muted, brother.
Sorry, my bad, guys. I was talking that whole time.
There we go. Talk to me.
Okay, cool. I was saying that they're sitting in relegation spots, so they need results. They need them quickly, you know? It's now or never. And their opponents today, of course, sitting right next to them on 10 points. Hiroshima's team, IXA, and again, all to do. It's Storm Kubo, the one and only, representing there. Who else they got here? Hola.
Brother, Storm Kubo's looking super sick. And then Jazzy, who is a new person to Street Fighter League with that Luke. We've seen him work with the Shoto play previously. Machabo, unfortunately, is sick today, so he'll be sitting on the stand, so we only have those 3 players on GyoGun.
Wow.
My mistake, my apologies. We've had a schedule change a little bit. Actually, it's my fault. So this is actually going to be GyoGun versus Hiroshima Team Itsuka. I apologize. But this is our lineup right here for our final match of the day.
Intense, right? It's bottom of the battle here.
Yeah.
We need to see, yeah, you know, it's a big one. Okay, Kubo versus Moke. It's going to be Chun-Li versus Edmund Honda for this one. And of course, this for all the beans to get into that qualification spot, get some momentum for your team. Massive match here, massive implications, St. Cola.
Yeah, I mean, this is massive, as you put it, because they're below the fine line, right? They are both scrambling for some points to get to the top. And as we put it, you cannot be lacking out here. This also is going to be a fun matchup to watch because I feel like Chun-Li players kind of like this matchup. She's got a lot of buttons to stop and stuff, headbutt that are not very risky compared to other characters. I feel like I've seen like the crouching medium punch, her light punch, and obviously her palms that come through too as well are really good about stuffing and stopping the headbutt approach. That's one thing off the table that she won't be able to utilize as a Honda player. And plus a footsies-based character like this that can answer with like stand heavy kick against butt slam and get like 40% damage off of that is going to be really deadly against the likes of Honda. We'll see what Storm Kubo has and what he has learned and how to deal with the likes of Chun-Li. But I am surprised that we're not seeing Rashid from the side of Moke.
You surprised by that? I mean, maybe he's not going to switch. I'm not surprised when I see a Manon player who used to play Rashid switch to Rashid. I'm not surprised when I see 2 Manon players, in fact, an Oil King and Gachikun, because Rashid does look way stronger than Manon, I must say. But you're playing Chun-Li, who I believe is an undiscovered top 5 character potentially. Then switching characters when Rashid comes out doesn't necessarily make sense, you know, unless you think there's some synergy there. You'd be crazy not to at least practice them, Rashid, but I can understand why he's sticking out with Chun-Li. She's very strong in this game. Cooler Fish losing Machapo today, as you mentioned, he's not well. How big a loss do you think that's going to be for them? Not only in terms of playing, but also in terms of like discussions with the team, his contribution. He's always very vocal, isn't he, Cola?
I think it's massive. I mean, you're not having that extra person on this team that you would utilize, you know, in a blind pick scenario, which is even more important, I feel like. And he did run Ken, which we know that Ken is very strong and has a lot of great, at minimum, 5-5 matchups, if not winning matchups, right? That's a really powerful character. We saw him be powerful throughout the league.
Or if any at all.
So, like, you know, I feel like that's a big miss. And then even if he was sitting on the stands, for him to be so vocal and to give, you know, data, especially in terms of how to anti-air. We've seen that be one of the things that he's talked about, like how to anti-air. That's been his approach, and how to like really perfect their jump-ins. I feel like without having that element that he is really good at, that he really like hones in on, and he just seems like a smart player just in general, it might hurt them. And I feel like actually it probably will hurt them, I should say.
Yeah, Moke's response just there in the interview kind of implies that, you know, he may have not been playing this match if Machabo was there. I mean, his exact words were, Machabo is not available today, but I'm going to do my absolute best. That implies that, you know, the but suggests that maybe Machabo is supposed to be the first on the team, and he's had to step in last minute, and they're putting him first. Now, if you're going to put a last minute player who's not as prepared in, it makes sense to put them first, right? Because if you put them third, then you're putting too much on the line. If you put them second, then they could be playing for your team to not be in a situation where they're 20 down. The first probably makes the most sense. That also would cater to the argument. Storm Kubo, on the other hand, no shades of lack of confidence at all. I'll destroy everything before me. Everything in my path will be absolutely obliterated. You don't see Honda at this level too often. We're going to see it now. There we go.
With punish there with the fireball follow-up, also fireball. I think with the fireballs, with her buttons, make her such a nasty threat up in this matchup.
Ooh.
Dang!
Wow. Her up kick actually beats all his moves from every angle. Got decent range, travels really far.
And she's not like lacking options against that butt slam either way. Like stand heavy kick also is really good. You get a punish counter, get these big follow-ups that lead into 40%. Her anti-air damage is insane. Her normal damage too as well. If you get the sequences off, it's pretty good. But the call out on the fireball is gonna be real nasty in terms of damage. Heavenly hands in hands, and that's enough.
Yeah, that jump in was very rewarding. Optimized there with the range on the stand medium, the reach, drive rushed in to obtain the combo. Great play there from Kubo. checks in there. His meaty pressing gets checked, catches her low. In the corner, look at him go. Big jump.
It's a command grab. Yo, he's so aggressive.
He didn't do that. Yes, he did.
Drive rush command grab. Storm Kubo having a laugh and also give me a lot of chunky stew right there. First one to Storm Kubo with the quickness. Look how I like that aggression. I like these variances on the medium punches. Am I gonna do drive impact? Am I gonna go into like the sequencing off the hands? Am I gonna go into a command grab instead of all of that? Well layered.
I mean, he's really backing his words here. He said he'll destroy everything in his path. So far, he's done nothing but tell the truth there. The manner in which he beat Moke that first get down. Crouch medium buffer into headbutt. Gets perfect parried. No back throw. There's meter too. I'm not sure about that meter burn. Almost burnt out. Needed a perfect parry. The head does not get burnt out. This time he doesn't spend the meter. Oh,
still gets it with the wake up super. Okay, options have been good. So is this defense right here. Perfect parry on the low. Gets a pickup up in the corner. We've seen this too often. And that's going to be a parry, a punish. It might be death. Follow up, drive rush. Yeah, you are definitely dead.
He's dead.
Heavily
He's
hands
dead.
upon the man.
No,
there's even more. There's a butt slam right after.
Damn, that hurt. Oh, this is an absolute mauling. It's not a good start. Doesn't get his cancel. Gives her a lifeline. Has to bust out straight away. I agree, Moke. Slow down this crazy Honda pressure. Perfect parries are not getting enough reward to deter him, and he's almost burnt out. Gets counter hit. This could be the end. Gonna get stunned. Oh, he wasn't watching his meter and he wasn't ready. Big damage incoming, Colin. Not gonna get level 3 though.
Not just yet. Next sequence might lead up to that. Perfect parry, back throw. No, goes for a punch. Still get the low those and counter hit. Happy accident. All right, the throw. Bar built up here for Moke. He's got level 3 too as well. Perfect parry.
Another one.
Stand heavy kick.
Spend it. Spend level 3. Spend everything. Not gonna kill though. He's not gonna kill, I don't think. Gonna be barely alive. If it was CA, he'd be dead. Am I wrong? I'm not.
So close. But the walk up though was
he's
still
in
seal the deal.
burnout and he walks forward. We were talking about this the other day. Your best form of defense in burnout for many characters, form of defense is offense. A lot of these guys start jittering around, running around. Oh my god, that crouch medium buffer. Get hit. Oh, that's out.
Russian medium starter.
Aggressive
Storm a lot of bar. Oh no!
The wall. What's happened
Storm
there?
Kubo.
No, what's happened here?
Oh no! Okay.
Oh
no!
Oh no! Oh, say it ain't so. Did it just happen, Gola? Did it just happen? Oh,
it just happened.
It just happened.
You saw Moke's bar. You saw Moke's. Bro, you saw the drive gauge of Moke's. It was like this much. There's a future where I see my man had no drive gauge against Honda in the corner. You're probably dead. And again, we haven't seen Team Hiroshima Itsuka win they've only won one game. I should say they won one game, a 10-pointer.
Well, no, yeah, it was one round of peace. They're going into the third round.
That could have been it. That could have been another game on the deck for them. About to tie it up with GyoGun.
Team in the background just checking what's actually happened. We're just waiting for confirmation where the fault is, if any at all, before we determine what happens next. But Kola, I mean, you called out Hiroshima, only 10 points so far. In terms of best performers in the league as well, we got this lovely best performance rank on the Street Fighter League rank. I mean, I don't see any Hiroshima players here until we get to the very bottom there. Their best performers, Old Man, Ichipara, of course, and Storm Kubo, but all of those guys are 0-1, 0-2. I mean, that was a chance to really get some momentum. So whatever happens next, you gotta hope Storm Kubo is able to recover. I will tell. Kola, have we had this happen before? I mean, you and Vicious are usually covering, not when I'm on, I haven't seen this. Did this happen last season? What's the usual procedure?
I don't know. I think we've had it maybe happen like once in one of the previous seasons before, but not too often, you know. Usually things are A-okay. And maybe the spectator that got booted but we'll have to see what they are going to decide. But either way, I feel like, you know, I like Sora Kubo's play. It's a lot more aggressive than I've seen him run, and I feel like in that matchup, it's been difficult to kind of like, you know, come through the air. We've seen it already been challenged with sand heavy kick and the punish counter into big follows that lead into Oki off the spinning bird kick. But we're seeing on the ground drive rush medium and, you know, setting up shot after that, right? Command grab. We've seen, you know, throw.
Crouch medium buffer, man. That's getting him a lot of mileage.
Yeah, a lot.
And
I feel like the ground game has been really good. Just overall from Storm Kubo. Monkey's got to adjust, right? And he's got to watch his drive gauge too. Like he spent so much bar, and it was almost a burnout before the up happened. So we have to see what they do. They run it back if they're already running it. Ah, okay.
And continued. Oh, okay, so we lost the game on our end. Okay, we lost the game on our end, but the game continued on their end, so it's only the stream that lost. I think, do we have some? Are we going to play back what happened? Or just talk through what happened, just waiting for confirmation here? That's interesting there, Cola. So good news, actually. On the player side, nothing happened. For them, they continue playing. Bad news on our end, we didn't get to see it live, but we will be finding out the result very shortly.
We'll be seeing what occurs.
Took a bit of a while to get that result, so maybe it was tied up at 1-1.
Yeah, maybe.
Bear with us, guys.
We'll see.
Oh, we're waiting for this outcome. It's worth highlighting that Tachikawa is the most informed player of the league so far. Earning his team 25 points, but I think he's 4 out of 4 wins now. I mean, 100% record for him. Ooh. Also alongside him with a 100% record is Shuto, Kido. Gachikun's 100% record ended today. He's now 3-2. Sako, Fujimura, Bonchan, 3-3. Some really good performers here in the league. But Tachikawa and Shuto sitting pretty at the top. And Takedo, of course, the most consistent at the moment. Those are the guys to catch up with in terms of individual performance. Most points earned is by Shuto. 40 points. Do we have an update here? Still waiting. So most points earned is Shooter with that modern Marissa. Yeah, and if you actually look at it by points, he's earned the most. He arguably is the #1 performer, but Tachikawa's played 4 games and won 4, so we have to give it to Tachikawa. Takedo next up there with 40 points earned. Really good play from him getting those points today. I mean, that was actually a top of the table clash in terms of best performance, him against Gachikun. So massive result there, Takedo winning that to the wire. I think Gachikun had it though. Gachikun really had it, but Takedo just... We've seen already at EVO that Takedo's never dead, bro. He's never dead. He just isn't. He's never
plot armor, bro. Plot armor. It makes no sense, but he's got that plot armor. Like, the fact that the departure did not hit, Takadu was supposed to move on, and somehow caught him crouching. Takedo was like, that's crazy, bro. Sucks to be you. That just, I feel bad for you, but I don't. Let me take advantage of this. In the plot armor of the genius gamer Takedo, I moved on. And even we saw that with Gachikun. I feel like a few more hits off that ODDP would have been it. Just unfortunate. And that jump back fierce saved the day from Takedo. Just one hit away. Man, what a clash right there. But yeah, I got to give Tachikawa a lot more credit too as well, because not only is he the most, you know, he's the most. In terms of scoring, he's been also running different characters. He's run the Modern Luke, he's run the Kimberly. That means classic and modern combined. And I want to see these top-level players start to dabble in that modern sort of style. It's like a groove sort of system like in CVS2. So I want them to start looking at this as like, oh, I can use this character as like, in certain other matchups to react fast or whatever. You know, I can use it like as a stylistic difference more than like I'm switching my character or whatever. You know, like I want to use this for certain matchups or certain styles of play to fight people and not shy away from modern, because Tachikawa, most of his wins have come from the modern Luke. Something to think about.
Modern is definitely a mode that we all need to be paying attention to. Not something I can talk of in the highest level just yet. But man, I'm studying it and I'm seeing some very interesting possibilities. In fact, if I was to stay with Lily, which I'm very likely not, I think I'd probably most likely switch to modern Lily.
Now there's a character with some normals you're never gonna use because they're just so trash, right? For the most part, so you can actually get away with having a few of those normals not in use as long as they pick the right ones to be in use. Happy days.
Right. Oh, nice. Okay, well, that's something again, like something to look out for a lot of these players. I feel like we saw what top 6 Evo Haitani coming through with that modern Chun-Li, be coming through with some more action. This is actually the replay from Battle 2.
Exactly,
Right back into it.
Okay, it's the replay. Okay. So who actually won? We'll find out now. We don't know the result, guys. We're watching this like you guys. Saw these first couple rounds. But let's analyze what happened.
Killing that drive gauge again. Drive rush medium.
That was that sequence was a lot of mileage. Yeah, into the crouch short. Is that medium buffer again? Is something cost him? I thought he should have back thrown there actually. Would have had the corner.
Look at Moke's bar. Look at Moke's bar right there. How to go for the perfect parry.
Again,
very
back
smart stuff. Didn't block that, of course. Moke's bar just, we seem to utilize it quite a bit more. For the meta, again, perfect parry is the meta, bro. I feel like this is a change that we need to see from a lot more players. You get that corner carry no matter what for certain characters. And look at this, you're in position to get that victory.
Yeah, Chun-Li. There's still more damage coming, by the way.
That's crazy.
He's in joke.
There's still more.
Oh, Honda, please.
That butt slam.
Honda,
oh, yeah. I like Storm Kubo's just aggression, though. I like the way he's playing right now, to be honest. Aim for the drive gauge, killing that, and then getting a lot more aggressive just overall as
his combo.
How he plays his game.
Going for command grab there. I didn't realize that first time watching that. This is where we got to. Wow, very low. Just mistimed the parry, so he's in big trouble here. Gonna get stunned, right? Yeah, it's a really good round from Kubo. Get too low to the ground to get a proper punish.
Lashes in, throw. Moke trying to get something off that low. OD, here's the perfect parry, of course. That's how you deal with it, of course. There is scaling, but you get that corner carry, which is the most important thing.
We said this wasn't going to kill.
Close to killing.
Yeah, great corner carry. Very important. It's the cheeky walk up throw. Yeah, burnout, rushed out. Attack and burnout, guys. The best hope. Attack or really, really establish a distance and control that neutral approach. Those are your best defensive options. So just play a normal game. Almost like you get you killed.
Yeah, it can't be
there's that medium buffer again.
Aggressive. ODDP. These bust outs it again. Storm Kubo, as Hana would do, aiming for that drive gauge. That's where we got cut off.
Here's where we were, guys. We covered all that bar. Great play here.
Defensive play with fireballs.
From Moke. This could be it.
No. Impact could be a wrap. Left the corner, but level 3 still online. No, you can't do that.
Oh my god.
Level 2 that won't kill.
Does it again?
Anybody's game. One big jump in. Oh, to get the pickup. He's so close. Trying to get the impact.
Oh,
fireball impact again. One touch impact. That's a wrap.
Love that stubborn approach there from Storm Kubo. He gets himself, I think, his first win of the season, right? Yeah, it's his first win. He was 0-2 coming into this, 0-1 coming into this. Gets himself in the bag, man. Big win there. So yeah, great play. The drive impact when the health is low and the opponent's close to burnout is so genius, isn't it, Cola? Because you can't drive impact back.
Yeah, let's keep aiming for that.
Look at that happiness.
As Moke can read and punish. He's like, yeah! Yo, saw that replay? Ooh. Hands on the man. Storm Kubo getting a victory for his team. And this is something, again, that they needed so desperately. GyoGun needs them too as well, but man, Hiroshima Team Itsuka has been the lowest ranking team for season after season, and to see them trying to rise to the occasion has been difficult for them. But the way that Kubo is playing is a lot more confident than we've seen him previously. And Moke going to burnout more often than not was kind of wild to see, because like that's what Honda wants. He wants to put you in burnout. He'll do so with the headbutts and the butt slams on block. So that's why you have to go for like the perfect parries and the normal parries and stuff like that to deny that. But it's just so nasty to deal with a character that puts you in burnout. We didn't really even see like hands and hands and hands over and over again. We saw drive impact, but the implications of being in burnout against Honda are deadly enough. And then you saw at the very end drive impact over and over again to get that win. But I did like some of what Moke was doing. He had the anti-airs. I wonder what would have happened if he shot out more fireballs overall, because I feel like that's a big part of her toolkit. Throwing out the fireballs to lock down the neutral, to stop the headbutt approach, and then, you know, vary it up by walking behind it and then starting the pressure and the party off. We didn't really see that from Moke.
No, agreed. It was something I think he could have done more of, and yeah, struggled to condition Kubo. I feel like Kubo just had his way with him. I think he needs to go away and watch, and he's trying to have better anticipation for Kubo's tendencies, because he's controlled. And in terms of statistics, we're going to see here how things turned out, Kola. Numbers wise, it tells the story, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, at the very bottom, you see that the Storm Kubo was able to land 3 out of 5 drive impacts. That definitely was part of the story right there, getting that burnout situation and land those drive impacts to seal the deal. And we also saw a lot of anti-airs from the side of Moke, which were what you should do up in that matchup. But in terms of the rest of the approach, wasn't enough. That was only one part of the plan. You need a lot more to land against the likes of Hana to get that victory. Moke not able to get that victory for his team, and Storm Kubo moving on. And let's see who's going to take it now. It's Aqua versus Mizuha. Okay.
So Kami versus JP. Aqua back in the Street Fighter circuit. Mizuha also continuing where he left off in Street Fighter 5, but this time with Kami. And these guys are now tied up on points, guys. That Hiroshima win puts them on 20 points. They're on 10 points going into this, so already a great result for them, because they're now tied with School of Fish. Of course, the winner of this set today is going to be overtaking Oja Body Stars potentially, and getting themselves in a position to get out of the non-qualification spot. Oja Body Star got 10 points today, so they're on 40. So yeah, starting today, 30 points away from Oja Body Star versus Hiroshima. So yeah, they really need the result here, but so do School of Fish.
Yeah. They all do, bro. They need as many points as possible. And of course, the the other team, the points too, is a big strategy. That will happen inherently if you play your best, but it's something that you want to think about too as well. It makes your decision making in terms of when you play and then who you send up even more important. So in terms of Misa and what he's saying, he says, I want to win this game too and keep on to the anchor game, keep that momentum that Hiroshima Team Itsuka has. Mizuha and Aqua, I'm excited to see this match because, you know, these are two different sort of players that come, you know, from like play style wise. Different than other players like Mizuha we saw previously on the Colleen, and now with the Skimmy Kami, and has carried a similar sort of style of like wild, but in a different way. We see him use buttons in a different, weird way. We've seen like sweeps as a trip guard, not only in 5 but in 6 when he plays this character. I've seen him. I've watched his streams. He gets like 60, you know, wins and streaking on the CFNs against like top level players. So he is definitely a threat. But so is Aqua. Aqua has been committing his entire life to esports. He quit his job previously, is committed to living the life of Street Fighter, and you know, committing all of his time to grind out JP. He also has a Kami himself, so he understands that character.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised he went with JP. His style of play in the past with Buki and Kami and a lot of like very versatile rush down characters. Thought he'd probably go for a Kami. Having said that, JP looks more and more like a rush down character every day, so I don't know, maybe it is a choice that makes sense. Just looking at what the players are saying here, Aqua, Storm Kubo won, so I will win, and that's going to keep my team in position to win the anchor match. So he wants to win, and he's really excited to do so, because obviously it can get his team a much needed 40 points and put them in position for 40 points if we can win this now that they've got the first 10 points. What was Mizuha saying there, Kola?
He was, previously said, I just want to win the game too. keep on to that anchor game, you know, like keep on to that energy to the very final game and ride that momentum and that wave. You know, some of these games, even if, you know, you're not playing the anchor game, are imperative that you take that momentum for your team and you ride all the way to victory, right? Like you're like, okay, we've got the second game. All we need is one more. They see the finish line in their sights, and that might empower them. You know, you don't want to be on that deficit too as well. You don't want to be on the back foot. You want to just have that, like, hey, we got that W. We need to close out one more game and get that victory. But again, I agree with you with Aqua. I don't know. Did Aqua play Rose at the very end of 5? I don't remember. We've seen some of these JP players also switch, you know, and also go for the psycho power of JP. So we'll have to see what they have for each other. Mizuha versus Aqua. Let's get it.
This matchup is, I think, at average level and low level, it's a horrible matchup for JP. I think the higher the level it gets, the more even this matchup seems to become. Kami's standard game is actually really good against JP's standard game, but when the JP start changing it a little bit, it become much more competitive.
Okay, OD Amnesia in play. Gets a pickup with the Pierce. That's departure out and about. Careful now. He's lost so much health. Tries to spin up with a neutral jump situation. Brother, Aqua's so ready.
Oh my days, Racco drill. Just wants to get a party started. There's that incredible stand medium punch. Wants range. This is really good control. Oh, I jinxed him. Commentator's curse. Oh, does that all reach? Oh no. Wasn't ready for the meaty drive impact. Where you going?
Oh no, he did the hooligan at level 2. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
ODDP. As soon as he landed, he said, I'm out of there.
He pressed the button. He was safe. That jump was completely safe, but he tried to land and press a button. Out and hit it said on the screen. Should have just chilled and blocked. What a call out from Mizuha.
Could have died. Could have died. He survives. Mizuha, spin knuckles in. That's the thing what you're worried about in terms of zoning. The fact that she can spin knuckle through the Pierce, use fireballs, but these normals are just fine to test this character.
Jeez. Let's bend to level 2 as well. Oh my days. Oh my goodness. Aqua, please. All the tech.
Thirsty for that victory.
At level 2.
Yeah.
That level 2 activation was nasty.
Those little play around.
First time I seen him have a bit of joy with a dive kick. Oh, I should have waited. There's 20 active frames.
Almost got caught with that throw. That would have been so bad if that jump heavy kick had landed. So throw though. Yeah, more of these dive kicks is definitely should be on something on the menu. Gonna clip some of these limbs, crushing meaning punch, crushing meaning kick. You've seen it continuously happen. Well, now we're seeing air dairs right there. Dive kick lands, does not commit to that close range pressure.
Oh, whiff. Oh, not ready. Cornered now. Gets out of the corner, loses health. Good life lead. Oh, he gets hit. At the level 3, didn't use it. Is that gonna come back and haunt him? Oh no! Be careful with your cancels now. She's got level 3. It will punish just about anything.
Yeah.
Now it's a bad matchup, I feel. Oh, goes in. Big throw, one more
anybody right now. No help. Okay, gets the throw combo.
Don't activate, don't activate.
Here, sets up for departure. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it raw, bro. You will fall. Ooh. From that distance, you might actually get hit. Actually, a little bit closer, you see Mizuha start getting that right range. Well. That if he does whip anything, you'll die.
Oh, the trade. It works. Overhead jumps out.
Oh,
the EX, bro. None of your strings are legit when OD and Kami is on the screen. And Mizuha with a clutch DP through the EX, and he gets himself up around here. Sorry, first game here. Okay, so Aqua with it all to do here. He said to his team he's gonna win. Sounded confident when he said it. He's being asked a lot.
Shift in this corner. There's that dive kick coming through. We've seen a lot of wake up suits from this character. It's so quick and hard to punish. But Mizuha knows. Nah, I can't do that. Harry was out and about. Stops the drive impact. Oh no. Mizuha turn up like volume, getting real active and aggressive with these throws. And again, that dive kick situation has been clipping some of these limbs, and I feel like that should be the play. We've seen that previously today with the dive kicks. They're leading some of these normals off the table. And look at that.
Oh
counter
my
hit
days.
flower arrow. Oki calls out the amnesia.
Oh no. Oh, Aqua is in big trouble here. What a choice. That could have been a grab for all he knew. Oh, he missed it. He did it too early. You got to wait. A lot of JP's whiff a normal in that situation. Overdrive reverse. No, bad button. He's going to get level 3. Could have killed there.
Yo, finish it.
Level 3 again, though.
Finish the job.
Not with anything.
This
This could
alive.
be the end. This could be it. Dive kicks in. Throw. Going to one apiece here. Surely now.
Reset.
Oh, bet. Oh.
Okay, level 2. Try to stay alive, get that bar back. Try to survive. Hold that throw.
That's kind of throw, but.
Maybe that drive gauge. Drive gauge is almost back.
Okay, okay. We've got a lot to do here. Oh, the comeback and a sunstrike. Aqua. You gotta be kidding me, Cola. Oh, walk up
It is
crap. These
ridiculous.
guys are playing out their minds now.
For departure, no
Same
anti right there.
situation, though. Needs
So
to
afraid
deal
of
with
dive kick.
This guy. Corner. Oh, not ready for the drive impact. In level 3, no. Great button.
Right, punch starter.
Oh, yeah.
Does have level
baited
3
that.
online. So does Mizuha. Closer, closer. I thought it was gonna be a whip in a
Right, no
DP.
punish.
Can't leave for free. Crosscut DP. One touch inside of Mizuha. Tries getting a goal for the command
that's
grab.
dead.
For the fall, and that will be
That is
yes,
a
level
dead.
3. Ooh.
Oh, done. I do believe I just kicked your butt and you're now dead. I love these Japanese English accents, man. Oh man, great play.
Is that
from
what-
Mizuha.
what's that
He was
like?
all over him the whole time. I think there's like, yeah, no, seriously, it does sound like that. I think there's like there's a Kami familiarity. You can see that. You can see watching the game, Aqua's not comfortable versus Kami with his JP yet. It's a very special place you need to get to with JP because I think that matchup feels probably like a 7-3 until you get the understanding of where to stand, how to play it, what to look for from certain ranges. Then the JP start playing that match and it starts looking even. I mean, we saw the comeback of the century just a few days ago. 400k run with Kakaroo versus Punk, 2-0 down in that exact matchup, still able to bring it back. So these are the things that really, really matter. So needs that exposure, needs that practice. Had some great offensive play, but really struggled on defense, I'd say, Aqua. Now, despite saying that his team were going to win, unfortunately, they're one apiece. There will be no 40-0 today. But on the flip side, that's great news for School of Fish. They pull away now from Hiroshima and get themselves in a great position. Talk us through the stats here, Cola.
Brother, I want to focus on these bust outs that we saw from the side of Mizuha. The fact that he was able to get these ODDPs that either got the side switch and the fact that it saved him from that level to as soon as he landed, he bet his chips on the ODP, DP, and walked away with the victory. I thought it was super sick from the side of Mizuha. He's always been like one of those aggressive players in terms of decision making, and we saw in play today. And even though Aqua had some fantastic moments, as we saw, be able to get that side switch and make the comeback of the century, it did not matter in terms of sealing away that victory. In fact, Aqua's anti-airs were really bad. I think that plays to how uncomfortable that he is in that matchup. The hooligans, especially at the end, we saw Mizuha go for those continuously. They weren't checked and challenged. And I think that's a sign of like, bro, you're not ready for what's going to happen in this neutral. We're 10-10 right now. Hiroshima Team Itsuka and GyoGun. Only one will walk away with that 30. Once again, we're going for that 30-10. Let's see who gets it in. I think the only person left right now for the side of GyoGun is the last M player. That is Mago, the 2D god himself.
Yeah, there'll be no surprises on that side with matchup all the way sick. Question is, who's Hiroshima going to put on Cola? Time will tell. Let's see it. Mago versus... It's Zangief. It makes sense. They couldn't have possibly known Machiro was going to be away ill, but it makes sense to continue with Anchor. On the flip side, doesn't make sense because Anchor and Zangief in general is not the best idea in this game because of his bad matchups. Oh, but this team doesn't really have a hard counter pick for Zangief, do they?
I really don't. I guess not. I feel like I've heard Geek players say that they're comfortable in the Ken matchup. I've heard that they say that they're comfortable
not too bad
against Cammy, and yeah, I think in this matchup in particular, like it was, well, it wasn't 5 where like Cammy and Geek felt like they were fairly even. I feel like with this one, oh god, what is he doing? My man's got the gamer glove on. Oh no, it might be over for you, Kichipo. I ain't gonna lie. My man's got the gamer glove clip. That's like +2 on reactions. I ain't going front. But in this matchup, Stand Fierce does really well. When it's charged up, Stand Medium Punch does really well. You have to space out that Stand Medium Punch, and that's still a range where you can drive rush in with those lows and keep it a little bit ambiguous. Kichipo is also a man of reads. He'll do things that you don't expect what other Geek players might do, and he's so difficult to deal with compared to Itazan, who's like, I'll take you to the corner and then I'll pressure you there. Feels like Kichipo will take some risks to get the reward, to either get data or make some really hard reads comparatively, where people are like, oh, that's not optimal, but it all leads up to an overall game plan. We'll see what that happens here. I mean, I like that we do see Mago going for the Cammy first and then running Jury if need be. I think Jury's a fantastic matchup, and maybe he wasn't ready for this character to come up, but we'll see if he can or even needs to switch over.
Well, he said, Mago, just now in the interview, our team are having a difficult fight, but I will do my absolute best with my lethal weapon. We don't know what the lethal weapon is. Is he going Cammy? I mean, we assume he's going Cammy. Maybe he has something else up his plan. I mean, Zangief has a really hard time against JP, Lily. There's some characters in this game that really body Zangief. He's just that character archetype. Dao Sim's not too good either. Having said that, we saw some Zangiefs making some incredible runs at Evo, Cole. I don't know if you noticed that when you were there, but Stupendous had a great run. Itabasi Zangief had a great run. I think he got top 96 actually with Zangief in this game. With those matchups, just goes to show, man, everyone's got a shot, highest level, and the right person's behind the steering wheel. Top 96 in a 7,000 man tournament with Zangief, a character everyone's writing off. Big statement. And that's like winning a major, basically.
Yeah. I haven't played this pretty good, bro. I feel like you could hold your head up high in a 7,000 plus person tournament with a low tier character. But I think the system mechanics definitely help let him stay in the game, even though he doesn't operate around them very well. I almost want to say barely. It's enough to keep him in the game, right? Drive rush, continue the pressure when you're close enough. Maybe you have to do double drive rush, so it's more expensive. But things like that with parry also let him stay in the game where he wouldn't be able to as much previously. I feel like, again, this matchup is one of those that maybe isn't super bad. When I've watched it being played, I got to talk to the Geek players and see what they say. But I feel like it doesn't seem like it's too terrible. She's got to get in to get the win, right? She can't, stay outside of mid-range besides medium kick and things like that. And that's what he does, the slap chop medium punch.
Yeah, thank you.
So it's going to be riskier for her. Yeah, come get closer. Get closer.
Mago's comments earlier. He said the secret weapon's actually the glove that you mentioned. It's the tape around his hands, also taped around the stick, giving him much better stable control of his controller. I think he's obviously been working on. Wow.
Ability. That's godlike. See what works out though. Anchor match, final match of the day. That's Sam Pearson play.
Heavy punch again.
Yeah, careful with that button.
Cool. Oh, the surprise sweep. Oh gosh. Oh my days. Didn't kill. There's the anti-air heavy punch again. So good. It's those dive kicks.
Same I was worried about, those dive kicks that, she operates around quite a bit. Getting deleted and defeated by that Stand Fierce charged up. Mago's have to make that a little bit more ambiguous.
Oh no, back front to the corner. It was going so well. Too high, gonna get punished. Oh, that works out. Jump forward. I'll counter here.
See with the DP. Wakes up with, wow, really? Watch this. What a catch though. Again, the Reese. Oh, the Stand Fierce. Oh, he DP better all the way. He had to do it. So get your win. E.T. F word. I'm not gonna lie. If you Mago, I feel you got to switch, bro. You got to switch. You have a fireball that rules mostly. He don't care, bro. Okay, go with it. Go with it. I feel like Jury's such a better pick because you have the fireball that rules switch to the neutral. You just go over the hop. You can call that out with your own punch with like Stand Fierce. Like, it's really bad. I feel like that matchup really, really bad from what I've seen. I'll go sticking it out. He's got the secret weapon.
Weapons to take, man. Not a character. Much as we suspected. Wow, Kitty Pie is looking ridiculous.
I gotta find a way to low profile that
full up on
Stand Fierce.
Ooh, text the throw. Again, too high.
Discount off the low. Yeah. Not spacing them out the right
Yeah, doesn't
way.
even go in.
This is unfortunate here from
Mago.
Mago.
I like it.
So tense. I'm gonna try to play footsies. Okay,
Ooh,
finds the
catches
crouching
him.
kick. Drive rushes in. Spiral arrow for the Oki in the throw. Trying to equalize things.
Oh, big hit. What a whiff punish from Mago. Oh my goodness, Mago-san. That's correct on the throw break. Are we worried about the drive impact?
It's that one touch, that one tap.
Oh, he got it.
Him.
He got
Okay.
it.
Hooey.
Wow.
You see how close that got though? The footsies that were being played here from Kichipa, to the limit. It's just that, you know, he doesn't get that much off the footsies compared to likes of Cammy. Look at that. Oki going and flowing off the spiral arrow. Everything linking off a light punch starter or crouching light kick starter, things like that. The walk up throw, up in the corner, scammy Cammy pressure. Jab, Stand Fierce, almost caught the back dash.
Package.
Yeah.
Oh. Faced it so well, Mago. It's a minute.
Ooh, look at that damage.
Wow.
You want damage, you get it off the command grab. SPD, you too close to me. Oh no. Corner carry though. Oh Lord. Oh, if that was counter hit.
That was it. That was it. Oh, you would have done it there. I don't know if that's confirmable though. Oh, we've got CA. You cannot get hit here. Ichipo cannot get hit. This is far from one. Mago can take this. A crouch medium.
Swing a button.
Crouch medium. Oh, tried the walk up. Shimmy, that was cheeky from Mago. It was buttons from Kichipa. He's still on the verge of going 2-0 up here if he can.
Yeah.
X this time.
Be a big lead. Mago's locking in though. Throw, dive kick. Did not get anything off of it though, besides that. But I like the idea of that distance.
Low to knees.
Oh no, did not get that low. Level 3, you're too close to me.
Oh, what a bet. What a bet. He actually did that. Look at the damage.
The drive gate. Double drive rush. Oh no. He wants it. He's hungry for it. Mago's like, run, run.
Again, the
Okay, level
spacing on the
3.
crouch medium. Ichipa just not standing in the right position again, and it's going to be Mago who takes it 1-8 piece, bringing it all the way back is Mago. And he's changed his style, he's changed his approach, he's relying less on the air here, isn't it? Well, it's quite ironic because it's pretty easy for Zangief to jump in long recent Street Fighter history. However, dive kicks give him a particular problem because it's not about the fact he can't anti-air behind his head anymore, it's the fact he has to react to what's in front of him, which is not easy.
Right. Now you're looking for like Stand Fierce and things like that, but like, you know, I like that Mago's doing like TK dive kick at some of these ranges where it would be difficult for, you know, Kichiba to strike back. The fact that Mago's playing in these mid close range, you know, areas where Geef, I don't want to say shines, but would like you, prefer you to be. Mago is definitely a 2D god, trying to find the shimmy. Perfect parry.
Oh, the parry. Getting better as the set goes on. Meaty.
Mago.
That is a dead Zangief. No meter needed. Why does she hit so damn hard? Ichipa is being figured out here as we speak. Remember, standing wise, guys, these guys are right next to each other. And the piece puts School of Fish on 10. Sorry, on 30. Hiroshima on 20. 10 points separating these two teams. This massive is huge. This match is huge.
Neutral jump.
Oh,
Fantastic call out right there. Back dashes. Yo, the Japanese players are so good about avoiding the throw loops. You see early back dash come through a lot of them. Headbutt, hella meaty, did not get the grip though.
What?
Only DP, we out of there. Exit sign, we staying fine.
Oh, and he gets the opening. That's good play from Kitchen, but gonna come to no avail here. Nago goes for the kill. Still alive.
Next hit will.
Oh, that medium doesn't block.
Kichipa started so well, but Mago's made some great adjustments, and that crouch medium kick spacing is one of them. In catching Kichipa standing up far too often.
Ah man, Mago turn up like volume. Bro, he is running different. Call this man a stranger. The way that he had played from early game to now, bro, it's the glove. He locked in. He said, I ain't missing a single confirm or nothing. The gloves got him on lock. I don't know what he taped down. I don't know if he taped down his jabs or something, or his mediums. I'm not sure. But what I'm sure of is whatever he's doing, it needs to continue because he has got Kichipa on the back foot. And again, confident in that close range gameplay with a character that I think doesn't do, I think it's like middle of the road. I feel like, we have Sam medium punch on the side of Geef. We have Sam fierce, especially when it's charged up, denying the dive kicks to some of these limbs. It's not happening. No avail. Nothing's coming from the side of Kichipa. He's just getting harassed up in the corner continuously too.
Yeah, he's struggling to occupy the space he wants to, and he's giving up a lot of ground trying to establish that space. Also, he's landing the stand medium punch a lot. I don't know if from a certain range he can just commit to the second part. I remember seeing that in South Africa. No one seemed to be able to punish it, but maybe that's because we don't know. A free hit target combo is very good for Zangief. He gets good range on it. The knockdown.
So we can utilize it right now.
There
He's
it is
getting
again.
Smoked and seared.
So good at spacing it just at the toes.
Here we go, light kick, buffer.
Nice.
Drive rush, try to reset.
No, he
ODDP was
don't.
mashing that. No fake stuff here. Hell stab, Laurie right after drive rush with the challenge here. Yo, and the TK dive kick, even though he's not getting full sequences off, he is mauling this cat.
Oh, there it is. Wow, this is a beatdown. Kichipa cannot stop this Kami right now. Mago's been so good at exercising discipline. He's not really been rinsing the dive kick, making his patterns predictable. He's throwing it in every so often and playing on the ground for the most part, which is making it so that Kichipa's not focused enough to enter yet.
That's true. Looking long for man's. Light kick, there we go, the buffer into the SPD. Again, you're looking for damage, you gotta get it through the command grabs.
Oh, the walkout medium kick is unblockable. He catches the delays, got level 3. Comes out. Oh no, the button's caught. Could be it for Kichipa, this could be it for the set. We can't make a comeback here. Oh, it all comes down to this. What's he gonna do? Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm telling you, I don't know. I thought you could hit confirm that, but I guess I'm wrong. Don't practice that one.
It's almost over though.
One hit will do for either player.
With that bar at the bottom. CA. One hit, don't whiff a damn button.
Mago, walk up crash medium kick. Walk up crash medium kick. He's gonna do it again. Walk up crash medium kick.
Oh,
what
kick
a
comes
punish.
through, though.
You're kidding me, Kichipa. Oh. So
Fight to stay
close.
in. Oh, don't let that stay fierce. Seen the punishes. Yeah, this is down to the wire right here. That bar at the bottom to see all.
Check.
Uh-oh, throw. It's getting dangerous. It's getting dangerous. Wouldn't be strange to see a DI. That bar being drained, that drive gauge lacking right now.
Oh, the early release. Oh, that hits. Where's the rest of it?
A lot more. At DI, nobody home. Lights went on. Oh, lands
big damage.
Oh,
there
we go. Up in the corner.
Wants him in the corner. It's for game. There it is. He's gonna do it. He's got the level 3. Agosan! huge result. Full of fish.
Man.
Not only re-establishing the gap they had already over Hiroshima, they're extending the gap from a 10-point gap to a 30-point gap with that 30-10 lead and win. Look at him. He's got the gun.
He's got the glove of power,
Cross
the
media
power
kick.
glove. With the tape on it too. That's got like I gotta see the controller. Hopefully Mago shows the controller at some point. But man, oh man, did Mago have the plan to just run these dive kicks, to stay in that mid-range game, and then go and confirms. This is the Mago we want to see. I haven't seen that sort of Mago show up. I don't know if it's just him running a jury. Not that his jury's bad or whatever, but this is the Mago, that compass, that September Mago. No, it's all days, all months, all years Mago coming to play, bro. In deafening defeat on the side of Kichipa. Kichipa just looked so lost. It felt like he's just grasping onto any sort of option with that stand fierce, the mediums. You got the light kick whip punish, but it wasn't much after it. I need to know what the secret is, what the layout is with the glove and the tape though. That's like the new thing. I gotta know.
Yeah. I mean, he played really well with that whiff punish to stay in it with that standing short. But the concentration and perfection of his spacing to whiff punish one of those Kami normals with a standing short versus Kami's tiny walk forward, crouch medium to catch you just trying to stand up for a second, trying to walk back into your comfortable space. Just incomparable. And I think Mago used that extremely well.
Typical Mago play, bro, that we know him for years upon years in every game. Once he has that confidence, right? You see it in his gameplay. There's like two types of Magos to me. That's what we reference, like the September Mago when he starts to get heated up and like, he starts to get comfortable with the game or the meta or whatever character he's playing with. We see it now in today's game plan early, and that's what I want to see. I don't want to see him lacking a slack until it's too late, and he understands that. Like, it's so, there's only so many days until we get to like the cutoff point. You definitely do not want to be lacking for your team, especially in that anchor position. And Hiroshima team, it's unfortunately walking away with only 10 points still at the bottom rung.
Okay, just there saying with his team, he's been winning in this SFL. He wants to continue to do his best, doesn't want to drop the momentum. That's a good point, actually. Did I check Moke's performance stats? I'll check that. Why don't you, Kola, what else is being said here in this interview?
Sumiza says he's been practicing for the match and he's glad that he won. He prepared himself well, and we saw it in his play. So good stuff to Mizuha. He said he was,
I think we got the translation wrong. I'm pretty sure Moke said, I haven't been winning in this because he's 0-2 going into this week. So he's really keen to do his best. That would make more sense, right? Because he hasn't actually won in this SFL yet. And what I know you were just saying, Mizuha, you want to keep practicing in this match. Anything else you said there, Kola?
Just said he's glad that he won. And Mago said the lethal weapon was the reason he won. I need Mobich, Fugu, one of you to please, we got to find out. Maybe I go to Mago's stream and, bro, describe to me what the secret weapon is. The hands, the grippers. I need to know what's going on, my guy. Look, he's even got it still equipped. I need to know. That is God like Mago in form.
He refuses to talk without the
Showing it to he's like,
He's like, yes, I played really well today.
By the way,
I used my secret weapon.
Is it good? Wait, okay, to finish up the interview, y'all, he said, I think I couldn't feel the effect, but my excitement increased, so that's good. He couldn't feel the, what do you mean, Mago? Dying.
Hey.
What do you mean?
He couldn't feel the power until he was in the zone. I think the power was his excitement. And the glove maybe gives him the excitement he needs to access and tap in and play the way that he played. I mean, he played without fear, to be honest with you. Standing in ranges against Keith that no one feels comfortable standing in. They made it count big time, man. He played extremely well. He lost the first game too, so
he did.
You couldn't blame him for getting crossed after that, but he adjusted very well.
Yeah, very well on the side of GyoGun. They'll be moving up in the rankings just a little bit, but those 30 points definitely will be helpful for them. And again, they need as many points as possible, as do everybody Be showing the stance real quick. This is what I want to see, like the anti-airs. Not a lot on the side of Kichiba. I might have to look back at the tapes and see how to deal with like the dive kicks. There weren't even like many like normal jump-ins. It just felt like there were more dive kicks more often than not. And I feel like Kichiba will have to have a better game plan to maybe land Stand Fierce against that. We saw that come through. Maybe one of those anti-airs was like Stand Fierce. One of the other ones was like OD Laureate. The bust outs though from Mago were on point. 3 out of 3. Same with the wake-up decisions here from the side of Kichiba, but I gotta say, if you're busting out as Cammy and you're not getting red, that's a really good sign. And again, a good sign here for GyoGun. 30 points up on the board against a 10 of HIROSHIMA Team Itsuka. They're not walking away with nothing, but they're walking away with not as much as they should have.
We know this from Street Fighter League history that if you're gonna lose, you better lose 30-10 because the 40-0 finishing on nothing is really bad. But when you're sitting already on near the bottom of the table, that argument kind of goes away. You need to start picking up 30-10s, so you need to, if you can, get some 40-0s. They started off really well, looked like they could do it. Mago would not be denied, and neither would the rest of his team. Very impressive turnaround, Mizuha especially, to come back and they get a victory. So, as it stands, no longer sitting in the relegation zone, and now in qualification position is full of fish. Those 30 points put them on 50. I think Joya Body Star only got 10 today, so they now go. Joya Body Star didn't play, right? So they now go above Joya Body Star, and just below CYCLOPS Gaming, who also got 10 today. There's the league as we said it. Massive difference. FAV, as I mentioned earlier, moved to 110 points. 30 points clear of their nearest opponent at CYCLOPS Gaming. Kumamoto have a game in hand. They did not play this week. Their game's going to be massive. I think they got Oja Body Star, I'm guessing. And then as you see towards the bottom there, Detonation on 0. Team XR only on 20. Oja Body Star drop into a relegation with that result that we just saw from School of Fish, taking them into qualification position. What a result.
Man, as we've said continuously, it is so hard to call who's going to get that victory. Detonation got to tighten up. They got to get some points. They haven't earned a single point this season thus far, and their chances are looking grim because it's almost the end of this first part of the season. We're almost at that cutoff point, but we'll only have 6 teams remaining. Remember, only 6 teams move on that home and away side, so we get that playoffs, which are going to be ever so important to worry about. And this is the next match we're going to have. Match 1, Team Itsuka up again against Shinobiism Gaming, which we didn't see this week. Oja Body Star versus Saishunkan Sokomoto, and FAV Gaming against Detonation Focus Me. Have another chance at a victory, but against that top team, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, I mean, that match, Saju Kumamoto, they really want to win that to keep as much pressure as they can on FAV Gaming. Remember, they got a game in hand, and FAV Gaming just got 40 points clear of them with their incredible performance today. So that's huge. But also, Detonation desperate for their first win, going up against FAV Gaming at the top. So we have top versus bottom. I don't know if you're going to be making a commentator's pick there, Cola, but I'm going to say Detonation very likely to stay on 0 after that. But remember, staying on 0 means you're getting 40-0. You just need to get 1 win to get 10 points, you know? Yeah, you don't have to actually win the set, right? So big ask for them, and we'll see what's going on. And then the next match is coming up. The next dates we have coming up here, Cola, for Street Fighter League. I believe I will not be here. It's going to be you guys resuming as normal, but man, such a pleasure to have joined you today.
Yeah, I mean, you'll be definitely coming through and sliding through up again. It's been a pleasure having you, F-Word, and of course, you know, it's been a pleasure commentating this as we are working our way towards the finale where the World Championships will happen. We don't know the date just yet, but we know the prize pool is over $2 million. We just had a $1 million prize pool at Gamers 8. We're gonna have a $2 million totality. Ooh-wee, that's going to be delicious next year. We'll see who's gonna make it. As the World Warrior tournaments and the CPTs are happening. Actually, right now, they've already happened. What am I saying? We've already had Angry Bird and Travis Styles solidified in their seats. We'll see who's going to make it after that.
Yes, it's a matter of time before we see what else happens. And of course, that means that if all goes according to plan, Street Fighter League will take place there as well. So these guys are all playing to be there as well. Now, these are the games, these are the big tournaments to qualify, guys. We've got Gamescom Asia. This is a premiere taking place in Singapore, one of my favorite cities in the world. 10th of October, sorry, 20th of October to the 22nd of October. Massive, massive. This just announced. I know a lot of people are already planning to be there. Huge opportunity for qualification. Going to be a totally stacked tournament. Then November 3rd to 5th, we have Paris Games Week, a new premiere on the cards here. Registrations both capped at 1,024. So if you have not registered, make sure you go register straight away. Paris Games Week, the other premiere this year. Of course, Evo already gone now, so huge implications for this year's Capcom Cup. Everyone's going to be traveling. It's going to be just like the old days because we know there's only 3 offline events for qualification. Everyone's going to be traveling from all over the place to get to these events, aren't they, Cola?
Yes, they are. And again, register right now. No matter what region you're in, look it up, see what you got. A lot of them are being hosted. We've seen a lot of the locals putting on their events and showcasing. I know Incendium is doing theirs next week. I know the Mid-Best is going to have theirs next week, or at least soon. You know, I think in 2 weeks, actually, I should say. You need to go check these out and sign out ASAP and get out there and earn your points. There's like 5 chances. Make sure you're at the top of the leaderboard, just as the league players are in Street Fighter League Japan.
Yeah, super important. They do that, and of course, simultaneously with all of this stuff that's going on, we have World Warrior. So this year is very much about online and qualifying online. So you make sure you register to your local World Warrior. This is a pro tour, points accumulation. In the end, you can book your place a seat at the finals of the Capcom Cup. We saw players do this last year. It's going to happen again this year, and it's going to be even more stacked than ever. We've got incredible netcode, the biggest player base ever in Street Fighter history, and lots to play for, money, qualification, and so much more, guys. So if you're not registering for your local World Warriors, make sure you figure out the details and get that done if you want to stand a chance of being at this year's Capcom Cup Finals. Aim for $1 million.
Baby. That is insane. And we're not even close to being done with Street Fighter League Japan. We still have more regulation play to go through for this first season. Again, people, thank you so much for watching Street Fighter League Japan. And once again, to Nanai, I'm sorry, all love to you, and hope that our voices reach you. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the streets. Peace.
楽しいと思いますし、なんかそのプロの選手たちがこう味わってる緊張感みたいなのも味わえると思うんで、ぜひお時間が合いましたらエントリーしてみていただけると我々はすごく喜びます。はい。僕も実際このストリート6から始めたっていうそのプレイヤー2人と、まあ夏季経験者の人とちょっと大会出たんですけど、やっぱその初めて出たって方からは普段こうオンラインで対戦しているものとは全く違う空気感で、これランクマッチ物足りなくなっちゃうって言っちゃうぐらいやっぱその緊張感がこう、あと勝った時の喜びだったりとか、あとは出る楽しみもあると思うので、ぜひこの機会にね、そうですね、まあ無料なんでね、はい、そうそう無料なんで、ぜひちょっとチャレンジしていただけると非常に我々としても本当に嬉しいんでよろしくお願いします。はい。それでは本日はこのストリートファイターリーグプロ JP2023 ファーストステージ第4節の3試合をお届けいたしました。解説はハメコさん、実況は私大和修平でお送りいたしました。それでは今週末第5節でお会いいたしましょう。それまでさよなら。ありがとうございました。ありがとうございました。